Chapter 3801. Is there someone in the family who wants to get rid of the princess? Who the hell is it? Gao, you did not say anything. She took some pills from the elder and swallowed them. Then she walked forward. Thank you for helping me this time. I owe you a favor. However, I will not forgive you for what happened before. So, I will still help you the next time we meet. Up to you. Lin Xian shrugged. What a stubborn woman. The two minor saints walked over. We were too anxious and misunderstood you. We hope you won't blame us. Although the two of them were minor saints, they still apologized to Jiangchen. Lin Xian waved his hand. Forget it. I know you guys are anxious, so I won't be calculative with you guys. However, I have made myself clear this time. If the New Moon clan dares to attack me again in the future, I will kill you guys. After saying that, Lin Xian looked at the two figures on the ground. Who are these people? The experts of the New Moon clan also turned their heads to look at them. But at the next moment, their faces changed. Not good. Damn it. Someone stepped forward, releasing a terrifying life chi. Some even wanted to take the ammunition, but soon they all stopped. Lin Xian frowned. He could feel that the two's soul chi had disappeared. Their life chi was also quickly draining away. Elder, they have consumed poison. They have lost their life chi. They can't be saved. One of the New Moon clan's experts stood up. His face was extremely ugly. The two elders' faces were also gloomy and cold. Even Gao Yu frowned. This group of people is terrifying. They are definitely a top assassin organization. Go and investigate the top assassin organization in the second astral boundary. Find out who has accepted the mission related to the New Moon clan. We must find out. Yes, my men. Go and do it. Lin Xian also left. He was puzzled. Which assassin organization is this? He did not know much about it. But with the New Moon clan's influence in the second astral boundary, they should be able to find out. He did not care about this. He went on his way again, looking for the ancient sage's relics to comprehend the laws of heaven and earth. At the same time, the four moons were bustling with activity. Countless experts were rushing in. Everyone was discussing which side's genius would rise above the rest. Among them, there were some people who were very dazzling, and there were even some legends that made people excited. Have you heard? Li Xingwang's daughter is coming too. No way. Are you talking about Li Hongxiao? She was a peerless beauty. Lower your voice. I don't want to make peace with him anymore. Who do you think he is? Can you talk behind my back? Hearing that 3 experts had died in the Thunder God City, they were incomparably furious. This time, they had sent a group of top geniuses. Even the legendary Thunder God Cheng, a top genius of the Tao of Lightning, had come. It couldn't be right. Once he made his move, who could be his opponent? Even Lin Wudi wouldn't be able to defeat him. That was for sure. Lin Wudi was strong, but compared to the Lei Dao genius, he was too weak. Have you heard? The princess of the New Moon clan was indeed being hunted down. However, she was rescued. This time, if she were to recover from her injuries, she would definitely be a very terrifying girl. Rumor had it that the ghost girl from the underworld ghost land was also here. The names of the geniuses spread among the crowd. Obviously, these were extremely dazzling existences. Of course, there were also some legends of the holy city that were circulating. Have you heard? The Kongtong Taoist seemed to have reached his limit. Next, he would probably be frozen by the divine source and completely become a foundation. No way! I heard that he didn't seem to want to become a foundation. He wanted to use the last of his time to cultivate a successor. If that was the case, then a very terrifying expert would be born. No one knew who would be able to obtain the Kongtong Taoist's inheritance. There was no need to think. It must be someone from the Kongkong sect. Everyone was incomparably envious. After a period of time, Lin Xian returned from the mountains and rivers outside and entered the city. He wanted to rest well and prepare to enter planet Tianming. There was a very tall building in the city. It had more than 9,000 floors and was called the Skyward Building. It was the place where countless saints gathered. Lin Xian entered the Skyward Building. Not long after he entered, he attracted the attention of others. "Look, it's Lin Wudy." "Is he Lin Wudy? He's so young." Everyone exclaimed and discussed. Lin Xian's expression was calm. He found a place to sit down and listen to the discussion around him. When he heard Li Hongxiu's name, he narrowed his eyes. This girl's identity was indeed extraordinary. No wonder she was so powerful. It seemed that she hadn't used her full strength when she competed with him previously. He wondered how powerful the bloodline of the Saint King's children was. The people around him were also discussing. This Lin Wudy looked very young and had unlimited potential. His future achievements were limitless. Yes, they wondered what kind of destiny he would obtain on planet Tianming. What Lin Wudy? He was nothing. At this moment, someone snorted coldly. Everyone turned their heads to look. Who dared to provoke Lin Wudy at this time? Lin Xian glanced at them, then shook his head slightly and stopped paying attention. These insignificant ants were not worthy of his attention. However, some of his followers couldn't hold it in anymore. It turned out that they were Lei Shen's people. What right do you have to boast like that? That's right, your genius was easily killed by Lin Wudy. Hurry up and go home. Otherwise, Lin Wudy will kill all of you. You're courting death. The people from Lei Shen's side roared and suddenly stood up. The lightning on their bodies was incomparable, scaring everyone. Some people were dissatisfied. What are you pretending for? What kind of ability is it to attack us? Attack Lin Wudy. That's right, you don't even have the courage to face Lin Wudy. The people from Lei Shen City were about to vomit blood. They were the geniuses of Holy City. They were usually high and mighty. When had they ever been looked down upon? However, what the other party said was also the truth. They couldn't refute it. Lin Wudy, don't be arrogant. We admit that you defeated Lei Chong, but Lei Chong is only a core disciple of Holy City. He's not the best. This time, we have many core geniuses who are stronger than Lei Chong. Moreover, we have a chief disciple, a lightning genius. Once our lightning Tao prodigy is born, some people will have to die. When these words came out, everyone was shocked. Was Lei Shen City really going to send a large number of experts? And there was even a chief disciple. It was too incredible. Some people frowned. A lightning genius. Could it be that person in the legends? Legend had it that 200 years ago, Lei Shen City took in a person who was born with lightning. It was very terrifying. You're talking about Lei Zhen. He had the legendary lightning spirit body. It was incomparably terrifying. Could it be that he was really going to appear now? Chapter 3802. Everyone exclaimed. Obviously, they had all heard of Lei Shencheng, this hidden genius. After Lin Xian heard, he also narrowed his eyes. Thunder's spirit physique. Born with heavenly thunder, it was really strange. Needless to say, it must be a super strong physique. But so what? Lin Xian's eyes erupted with a cold light. He also had a super strong physique. And these years, he had seen so many super strong physiques. But in the end, those who could grow all the way were few and far between. Being born with good conditions was very important, but hard work and opportunities were even more important. He believed that he could destroy everything. Therefore, Lin Xian turned his head and stared at the people of Thunder God City. Are you guys going to have a thunder genius? Very good. This is a little interesting. Otherwise, you bunch of trash really can't arouse my interest. After saying that, he turned his head again and drank alone. The people of Thunder God City went crazy. The other party actually said that they were trash. It was simply unbearable. Someone raised his sword and wanted to fight to the death. However, he was stopped by someone. Junior brother, why lower yourself to his level? That's right. Our thunder spirit physique will appear soon. At that time, it will be the time of his death. These people sat down again and sneered again and again. The surrounding people were shocked. As expected of Linwoody, he was too domineering. He did not put Thunder God City in his eyes at all. There were more and more people nearby. At this time, someone said that after saying so much, it seemed that Thousand Demon City did not have any top genius. Although the white-eyed beast sage was also powerful, compared to these top people, it did not seem to be enough. Indeed, everyone nodded one after another. The white-eyed beast sage had hundreds of eye techniques. It could be said that it was abnormally terrifying. Its strength was even stronger than Lei Chong. However, now the people who appeared were even more terrifying. For example, the Thunder Spirit Physique, the Saint King's daughter, the New Moon Clan's princess. This talent bloodline was too strong. Even if the white-eyed beast sage had hundreds of eye techniques, it was probably not worth mentioning at all. You bunch of trash, what do you know? How dare you look down on my Thousand Demon City? At this time, a figure walked out from a private room in the distance. This was a two-headed lion, very mighty and extraordinary. As soon as he appeared, he used the lion roar technique. It made everyone almost split open. Damn it, you dare to attack us. Those people were furious. The two-headed lion sneered. You bunch of ignorant fools dare to talk about my demon city behind my back? You're really courting death. What? Am I wrong? At this moment, a man whose body was flickering with light walked out. He waved a folding fan in his hand, looking like a young master of a large family. The jade pendant on his body emitted a terrifying light, enveloping him and blocking the sound wave attack. Then he said, "Could it be that the chief disciple of your demon city is here? Or is there some terrifying genius that has appeared? Tell us. Otherwise, we'll really think that your myriad demon city has declined. Young master, don't you think so?" He sat down across from Lin Xian. Who is this person? How dare he stand in front of Lin Wudy? Zhang Xian had no idea, but judging from his imposing manner, he must have a powerful background. Right now, there were too many experts from the Four Moons. Perhaps this person was a genius from one of the top powers. Lin Xian also glanced at him with a puzzled expression. He did not know the other party, but from the looks of it, the other party probably wanted to befriend him, so he nodded slightly. Are you provoking my demon city? The two-headed lion was furious. A few more figures walked out of the private room. They were all powerful demon saints. The auras on their bodies were abnormally terrifying. The young man with the folding fan did not care. He sighed and said, "Every dog has its day. Perhaps some holy cities are really going to decline." Nonsense. I originally wanted our chief disciple to come secretly and give you a shock at the critical moment. Now, I'll reveal it to you in advance. Listen up, you stupid humans, who said that Demon City is going to decline. This time, we have a new chief disciple. He's the nine-headed Qilin. Just wait to tremble. The people from the Demon City sneered. They looked at Lin Xian with piercing, killing intent in their eyes. The other party had killed many of their experts. They wanted nothing more than to kill him. What's a nine-headed Qilin? Many people were puzzled. However, some elders exclaimed and stood up abruptly, their bodies trembling. Could it be that he's the descendant of the Qilin race and the nine-headed sky snake race? Grandpa, is he very powerful? A young man asked. The old man's body trembled. He's not just powerful. He's terrifying to the extreme. The Qilin race is an emperor race among the 10,000 Archean races. I don't think I need to explain how powerful their bloodline is. Everyone nodded. Indeed, the old man continued. Although the nine-headed sky snake race had never produced a great emperor, it was still a very terrifying race. In ancient times, it was one of the most ferocious beasts in the world. It was even more powerful than some of the ancient royal races. What was even more terrifying was that it had 9 heads, so it had 9 lives. The nine-headed Qilin was born of 2 things. It had the bloodline of the Qilin race and the 9 lives of the nine-headed sky snake. Such a person would be heaven-defying to the extreme. So powerful. The surrounding people were completely stunned. A super powerful bloodline and 9 lives. He was practically immortal. They looked at the demon city in horror. Previously, they had mocked the demon city for its decline. Who would have thought that the demon city had prepared such a secret weapon? If the other party hadn't mentioned it today, they really wouldn't have known. The people of the demon city sneered. At least you're knowledgeable. How about it? Do you know how powerful our genius is? When the time comes, all the geniuses and monsters will die. Everyone was too shocked. Some of the followers' eyes were also filled with deep worry. Although Lin Wuti was powerful, his opponent was even stronger. First, there was Lei Zhan with the thunder spirit physique. Now, there was the heaven-defying, nine-headed Qilin. Could Lin Wuti really contend against them? Moreover, they didn't know what even more terrifying existence was waiting for them. Lin Xian also frowned. It was really shocking. It seemed that the demon city was much more powerful than he had imagined. He originally thought that people like Lei Chong and the white-eyed demon sage were among the top geniuses in the demon city. Now, it seemed that was not the case at all. He estimated that they were above average. They might not even be among the top geniuses. Those like the nine-headed Qilin and the thunder spirit physique were probably the top geniuses. Moreover, this was still the current generation. These demon cities' inheritance had exceeded 10,000 years. Who knew how many generations had accumulated and how many terrifying powerhouses there were? It seemed that the road ahead would be very difficult. However, Lin Xian didn't care. No matter how difficult it was, he had to leave. He would use the sword in his hand to hack open a bloody path. Just as everyone was discussing in shock and Lin Xian was thinking, a voice suddenly sounded out. Although the nine-headed Qilin is heaven-defying, it's not invincible. I know a way to restrain the nine-headed Qilin. Chapter 3803. What? Everyone went crazy when they heard that. They all turned their heads to look. Who's talking nonsense again? Even the people from Thousand Face City had darkened their faces. Restrain their prodigy? What a joke. Let's see who's so reckless. Soon, they realized that the person who spoke was the young man sitting opposite Lin Xian. Even Lin Xian was stunned. The other party knows a way to restrain it. Who is he? The young man waved his folding fan and smiled faintly. Brother Lin, we've hit it off so well. Today, I'll tell you the way to break it. As he said that, he stretched his head forward as if he wanted to whisper. The others also stretched their necks, wanting to hear what kind of magical method could restrain a heaven-defying existence like the nine-headed Qilin. Lin Xian was also surprised. He also wanted to hear what the other party had to say. Therefore, he did not refuse. However, at that moment, something strange happened. The young man with the folding fan leaned his head closer to Lin Xian's ear. Suddenly, a cold, murderous intent burst out from his eyes. His fan pierced towards Lin Xian's throat. Boom! The void shattered in an instant. Many people were sent flying by the murderous intent. Some of them even split open. Screams of horror rang out. Lin Xian's pupils constricted, and he instantly retreated. However, the distance was too close and too sudden. So much so that a bloody wound appeared on his neck. Boom! Endless black Qilin tattoos condensed on his neck. At the same time, a terrifying sword qi rushed out of his body. Clang! It struck the folding fan, causing it to be blocked for a moment. Lin Xian pulled away and quickly retreated. Seeing that his attack had missed, the person attacked again. He waved his folding fan, and it slashed down like a heavenly blade. It was another fatal blow. This time, it slashed towards Lin Xian's forehead. Scram! Lin Xian felt a burning pain on his neck. It was obvious that he had been injured by the previous attack, but the other party still dared to kill him. He punched out, and the surrounding space instantly exploded. The berserk power sent that person flying. That person was sent flying. He tore through the void and instantly fled outside the building. Lin Xian chased after him. The people in the building were completely stunned. What happened just now? Someone tried to assassinate Lin Wudi, and he almost succeeded. It couldn't be. Who was so daring? Did they not want to live anymore? Let's go and take a look. These people also followed him out. The people from the city of 10,000 demons and the city of thunder gods were the same. Their eyes were filled with regret. Why didn't their attack kill Yi Futian? Lin Xian was very fast, but his opponent wasn't slow either. Moreover, they were very good at hiding. After Lin Xian came out, he could no longer see anyone. Golden light burst out from his eyes as he attacked his surroundings. Suddenly, an extremely terrifying force appeared behind him, stabbing towards his back. Here it comes again. This assassin actually didn't leave and was still attacking. He didn't dodge. Instead, he waved his hand and used stellar transposition to reverse the force. With a poochie sound, he cut off the other party's arm. Poof! Blood splattered, and a muffled groan sounded. The arm fell to the ground along with the fan. In the void, the person was terrified. He didn't expect that his attack would miss. Instead, he was injured by the other party. After his attack missed, he instantly disappeared. Lin Xian threw a punch over, shattering the void in that place, but he was already gone. Humph! Lin Xian glanced at the arm and fan that had fallen to the ground. With a cold sneer, he stepped on the fan with one foot. He looked around. Now he recognized the fan. It was the fan of the person who had killed Gao Yu. But at that time they were disguised, so he didn't recognize them. Now it seemed that they were the same group. But he didn't understand why these people attacked him. Was it because he ruined the assassination? The people in the building also rushed over. They saw blood on the ground and a broken arm, but the person was gone. Lin Wudi was standing there unharmed. Had he been killed? As expected of Lin Wudi. Such a terrifying killing move had actually been dodged, and he had even succeeded in killing his opponent. There was only one arm left, and Lin Wudi looked very serious. It seemed that he hadn't killed the other party yet, but he had seriously injured the other party. Everyone was discussing. The people from Demon City and Thunder God City were also frowning. How could the other party not die? That was too heaven-defying. Buzz! At that instant, another murderous glow appeared. A ray of light slashed towards Lin Xian's right leg. It seemed that the other party wanted to take back the fan. The other two rays of light pierced towards Lin Xian's head and heart. The three of them attacked together. It was a fatal attack. There were more experts. Everyone was shocked. Lin Xian's face also darkened. There was more than one assassin. Humph, if that's the case, I'll kill them all. With a roar, he soared into the sky like an eagle. The sword chi on his body exploded, and heaven and earth exploded. The terrifying power directly sent the attacks of the three people flying. He kept one foot on the fan and didn't move. His other foot swept out like a coiling dragon. There was a mist of blood in the void. It was obvious that one of the assassins had been kicked to death. The assassin fled quickly. Lin Xian's left hand was like a knife and he slashed down. With a scream, the assassin's soul was split in half. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. At that moment, the other two assassins attacked again. Between heaven and earth, one after another, killing arrows rushed over, completely enveloping Lin Xian. There was even a large black net that fell from the sky, completely covering the void around Lin Xian. There was an extremely terrifying evil aura on this large net, causing everyone to tremble. It was obvious that this was a sacred artifact, and a sinister one at that. It could destroy a person's chi and blood and damage a martial artist's foundation. Lin Xian reached out a large golden hand and directly grabbed at the large black net. He grabbed it and then struck with force. With a crack, the large net was torn in half. At the same time, he waved his other hand and blew up one of the assassins. The other assassin was also injured by his eye technique. His body was cut into 3 parts, and he screamed in the sky. In an instant, one was dead and 2 were injured. Lin Xian continued to attack. He pulled out the Great Destruction Spear, and it was very sour. He also sent the souls of the other 2 assassins flying. The 3 top assassins were killed, and their corpses and blood fell. But soon there was a raging fire. It was a ball of red flame. It was abnormally strange. In an instant, the corpses of the 3 assassins were burned to ashes, including their storage rings. They were dead, and their corpses were destroyed. This shocked everyone. Where did this assassin come from? Wasn't he too ruthless? He didn't leave any clues. Lin Xian also frowned. It was indeed strange. It seemed that this ball of flame didn't belong to these assassins. It was forcefully planted in these people's bodies by the assassins' organization. Once these people died, these flames would be triggered and their corpses would be destroyed. Chapter 3804. Boom! The ground cracked open as a hand reached out, grabbed the folding fan on the ground, and fled underground. Lin Xian sneered. With a stomp of his foot, the ground below was instantly torn to pieces. Everyone saw blood gushing out continuously, piercing through the void. Obviously, another top assassin was injured. As for whether he was dead or not, they didn't know. The big hand reached down and grabbed countless rocks and blood. However, he didn't find any corpse, which made him frown. He looked in all directions, his golden eyes flickering. He didn't see anyone else. Had they left? The others were also surprised. This was a strange assassination, but it was enough to show how terrifying these assassins were. It also showed how terrifying Lin Xian was. Where did these assassins come from? Was it done by an enemy force? Everyone instantly thought of Thunder God City and Thousand Demon City. However, they didn't dare to say anything. Lin Xian also frowned. It seemed that he had to ask Gao Yu if she had found out the true identity of these assassins. Although he didn't find anyone else, Lin Xian didn't relax. He didn't dare to be careless. It seemed that he had to be vigilant at all times in the future. If it weren't for the fact that he had so many trump cards today, he would have been killed, killing one person in 10 steps, leaving no trace for 1,000 miles. At this moment, a voice suddenly rang out on the quiet street. Then, a drunk man with messy hair and a beard swayed on the street as if he would fall at any time. Many people turned their heads to look. Who was this person? A drunkard. Damn, he dared to say such arrogant words. Was he also an assassin? Lin Xian frowned. For a moment, he thought it was Lord Alcohol, but he soon realized that it wasn't. Although this person was also a drunkard, he wasn't Lord Alcohol. Who was the other party? That person swayed and came near Lin Xian, causing everyone's heart to beat faster. Damn! Was he going to make a move on Lin Xian again? Lin Xian was also ready. However, that person did not do anything. Instead, he continued to shake the ground. He took out a wine gourd and opened it as he spoke. Once the matter was done, he would leave with a flick of his sleeves, concealing his achievements and fame. After saying that, he raised his head and drank the wine in the gourd. Then he suddenly raised his head and spat it out toward the sky. Flames overflowed into the heavens, covering the 9 heavens. Ah! A figure was screaming miserably in the flames. Ah! Damn it! How dare you meddle in our business? The murderous aura on that figure was incomparable. The fan in his hand formed a boundless storm to resist the flames. Humph! The world of mortals actually came out again. They deserved to die. The drunkard's eyes flashed with a cold light. With a wave of his hand, the flames in the sky turned into countless red lotuses and burned that person to ashes. He was dead. A terrifying assassin was actually killed. Everyone was shocked. It seemed that this drunkard was also an expert. Lin Xian was even more shocked. That person was still there, and he hadn't noticed it before. In the next moment, he discovered that a cloak had fallen from the flames. It had already been burnt to a pulp. It was a sacred artifact, and one that could hide its aura. No wonder the other party could stay in the air without him noticing. However, how did this drunkard discover it? At the same time, he was even more shocked. He finally knew the identity of these assassins. The others also screamed. What? The World of Mortals was the legendary assassin organization? Heavens! Didn't they say that it hadn't been opened for 10,000 years? Did they resurrect again? At this moment, everyone was in an uproar. Even the experts from Myriad Demon City and Thunder God City were shocked. This was big news, and they had to report it quickly. Who was this drunkard? How could he instantly recognize the World of Mortals? Everyone was even more shocked. An old man sucked in a breath of cold air. Could it be that he was from the Heavenly Law Alliance? Heavenly Law Alliance? It can't be, right? Everyone was stunned. Wasn't that an extremely mysterious organization? Why would it appear here? It hadn't appeared for thousands of years, right? Everyone was shocked again. This time, the opening of the Celestial Fate Star was really too shocking. So many top monsters had appeared. Moreover, the World of Mortals had appeared again, and even the Heavenly Law Alliance had appeared. Each of these was earth-shattering news. At this moment, with all of them gathered together, could it be that this time someone would obtain an extremely terrifying destiny? Could it be that someone had the destiny of a great emperor? Needless to say, it was really possible. These people were incomparably excited. Lin Xian was also surprised. He finally knew the identity of these assassins. The World of Mortals was a very familiar name. This was because the World of Mortals existed in the true spirit world. However, he didn't expect that they would also exist here. From the looks of it, this assassin organization should have covered the heavens and 10,000 worlds. As expected of an assassin organization that had been passed down since ancient times. It was too terrifying, since the World of Mortals had appeared. Then what about Hell and the Heavenly Court? Would they also cover the heavens and 10,000 worlds? Also, did the World of Mortals kill him because he ruined their plan? Then why did they kill Gao Yu? Was it because someone wanted to target Gao Yu? And this drunkard in front of him was called a member of the Heavenly Law Alliance. What kind of organization was this? He looked at the other party with a hint of surprise. The other party's aura was too mysterious. Every move of his carried the aura of the great Tao. He was shocked. This was an extremely terrifying expert. Therefore, he immediately walked up and cupped his fists. Thank you, Senior, for your help. This kid was very grateful. The drunkard looked at Lin Xian and sized him up. Suddenly he grinned. Kid, not bad, not bad. This old man will give you a bottle of wine. As he spoke, he took out a wine gourd and threw it to Lin Xian. Then he turned around and laughed. This? Lin Xian looked at the wine gourd in his hand and smiled bitterly. Thank you, Senior. The surrounding people were all stunned. Oh my God! Someone from the Heavenly Tao Union actually gave something to Lin Xian. How much face did this Lin Wudi have? Could it be that he was favored by the Heavenly Law Alliance? It couldn't be. If that was the case, who could defeat him in the future? It shouldn't be. One had to be very careful when choosing a candidate. Now it was just a bottle of wine. It didn't mean anything. Maybe the senior of the Heavenly Law Alliance was drunk and misjudged him. Some people exclaimed, while others gritted their teeth. Lin Xian was baffled. What? Favored? What was the Heavenly Law Alliance doing? He looked at the people beside him and asked, Who is there? Tell me the details. There was a woman beside him. She was in her 20s. At this moment, when she was asked by Lin Xian, she was so excited that her face turned red. Great God, Lin, are you asking me a question? Great God, Lin is talking to me. She was one of Lin Xian's followers. At this moment, she was so excited that she almost fainted. She said that the Heavenly Law Alliance was a very ancient organization. Legend had it that they represented the will of the Heavenly Law. Chapter 3805. They came to represent the Heavenly Tao and carry out some things. For example, an evil assassin organization like the Murderous World. Furthermore, they had another mission, and that was to choose the Heaven's Chosen One. Once they determined that the Chosen One was the Chosen One, they would protect them, similar to a guardian. However, guardians were usually experts sent by their own sex, and they were willing to protect them. Being chosen as the chosen one meant that their future achievements were limitless. They might even become a great emperor. Therefore, this was a very important signal. Every top genius wanted to be chosen as the chosen one by the Heavenly Tao Union. After Lin Xian heard this, he finally understood. No wonder these people looked at him strangely. It turned out that there was such a saying. However, this old man gave him wine, which meant that he really treated him as the chosen one. With another dazzling title, there would probably be more people targeting him in the future. However, Lin Xian didn't care. He opened the gourd and drank a mouthful. What a good wine! Lin Xian exclaimed. Ever since Lord Alcohol left, he hadn't drunk such good wine. The people from Thunder God City snorted. Kid, you're just lucky. That expert from the Heavenly Tao Union must be drunk. Otherwise, do you think he would take a fancy to you? That's right. You're nothing compared to our 9-headed Qilin. The people from Thousand Demon City also snorted in disdain. Hearing this, Lin Xian turned his head and stared at the people from the 2 holy cities. Then he walked forward. This scene caused the surrounding spectators to be incomparably shocked. As for the people from the 2 holy cities, they took 2 steps back. This made them feel very embarrassed. They roared crazily. Damn kid, what do you want? If you dare to touch us, you're dead. That's right. Our experts are nearby. The people from the holy cities gritted their teeth. Lin Xian laughed. Are you that afraid of me? Damn it. There was no way to answer this. The people from the 2 holy cities were really mad. To be honest, they were really afraid. This was simply a demon king. Lin Xian sneered. Since you're afraid of me, then be obedient and be a coward. You don't have the strength to jump up and down in front of me. Do you really think I don't dare to kill you? At this point, Lin Xian's body emitted a biting, cold, killing intent. The people from the 2 holy cities felt their scalps go numb. The people of the Thunder God City roared. Our thunder spirit body is about to come out. At that time, we will be able to dismember your corpse into 10,000 pieces. That's right, when our head disciple has 9 heads. How can you still be so arrogant? Lightning spirit body and 9 Qilins. I admit that they are very powerful, but that is only for them. If they are dissatisfied, they can come directly to me. As for you, you don't have the right to jump up and down in front of me. Your lion's head is not bad. I'll cut it off later and braise it in soy sauce. And you, Lin Xian scolded a demonic beast and said, I'll make you into snake soup later. Hearing this, the 2-headed lion and the other black water python trembled in fear and almost knelt on the ground. The people on the Thunder God's side also swallowed their saliva. At this time, Lin Xian turned his head and stared at the people of Thunder God City. Since you are all humans, then you won't taste good. Since that's the case, you all should obediently become my slaves. I just happen to be lacking some subordinates. Damn it, you dare! I'll fight it out with you. The people of the Thunder God City roared. The people of the Demon City turned around and fled. What kind of joke is this? This person opened his mouth and wanted to eat them. This is simply a madman. What, you still want to leave? You provoked me again and again. Do you really think my temper is so good? Lin Xian's eyes burst out with a sharp light. With a wave of his hand, endless golden flames rushed out and shrouded this part of the world. At the same time he made his move. With his arms crossed, the 5 elemental laws condensed into the desolate tower. He threw it over and directly shrouded the 3 people of the Thunder God City. Damn it, get lost for me. The 3 people of the Thunder God City roared crazily and kept attacking. They struck out with the terrifying Thunder God Law to resist. However, this was an extreme weapon evolved by Lin Xian with his full strength. It directly shattered all the lightning and blasted the 3 people to the ground. The earth trembled and the void shattered. Then Lin Xian turned his head and waved his arm. A sword chi flew out and slashed at the 2-headed lion. At the same time, another sword slashed at the Blackwater mystical snake. The golden lion formed a seal with both palms, opened its mouth, and the two heads spat out terrifying sound waves. The sky fell and the earth cracked. Everyone was sent flying by this force. Retreat quickly. Let them retreat frantically. They didn't expect Lin Wuyi to fight against the 5 experts. Lin Xian sneered and let out a dragon roar. The dragon's sword soul in his body operated and directly shattered the sound waves. Not only that, the 2-headed lion was even trembling. He felt the suppression of his bloodline, and his soul trembled. Damn it! How could the dragon roar be like this? The next moment, he was even more frightened because he found that there was another sound coming from the other party. That was the sound of Qilin, which almost made him faint. Puff! Just as he was in a daze, one of his heads was cut off by a sword. Blood splattered wildly, and he fell directly from the sky. On the other side, the Blackwater mystical snake tore through the void and turned to escape. She didn't dare to attack. This was really a demon king. She still couldn't escape. Her body was grabbed by a hand, and a third of her tail was cut off. She was in so much pain that she rolled in the sky and shattered the void, but she still couldn't escape from that hand. In an instant, the 2 of them were thrown to the ground and completely sealed by Lin Xian's 10,000 dragons diagram. Lin Gongzi, spare us. We were wrong. The Blackwater mystical snake turned into a woman and kept begging for mercy. One of the 2-headed lion's heads was cut off. At this moment, he was also crawling on the ground, trembling. Lin Gongzi, please forgive us and spare our lives. The other 3 people from Thunder God City were also begging for mercy. That was too cruel. Lin Xian sneered. Now you know how to be afraid. Why did you do it earlier? I told you. I'm the first disciple of the 3rd generation, and I represent the sacred city. How dare you provoke and humiliate me? Do you want to live? Let your elders come with sincerity. Let's see if they can buy your lives. Lin Xian sat down directly. Then he used the laws of the 5 elements to form a huge cauldron and threw the golden lion's head in. Then he used the laws of water to condense seawater and started boiling it with the 9-yang divine fire. At the same time, he skinned the Blackwater mystical snake and cut the tail into several pieces and threw it in. Then Lin Xian went to the restaurant and bought some ingredients for cooking soup. He threw them all in and began to wait there. Soon, the fragrance of meat wafted out. Countless runes circled between heaven and earth. The surrounding people were stunned. Wow, it's really eating. The Blackwater mystical snake screamed and fainted. The golden lion also knocked himself out with a punch. He didn't dare to look anymore. Otherwise, his heart wouldn't be able to take it. Chapter 3806. The 3 from Thunder God City were so scared that they peed their pants. They knew that Lin Fan was cruel, but they didn't expect him to be so crazy. They didn't dare to be presumptuous anymore. They even fainted from the shock. It's about time to eat. Lin Xian looked and narrowed his eyes. The people around him also swallowed their saliva. Just the fragrance alone was unbearable. If they took a bite, they would be like a god. Seeing the people around him drooling, especially his followers, Lin Xian smiled and said, "Do you want to eat? Come and have a bite." These people protected him before, and they didn't hesitate to go against the 2 holy cities. He naturally wouldn't treat them badly. "Can I?" Those followers were a little scared. Lin Xian said, "Don't worry, I'll treat you. If the 2 holy cities dare to cause trouble for you, just tell me. I'll go up and tear them apart." Great, God Lin is indeed powerful. These followers beamed with joy as they gathered around Zhangxian. A gluttonous feast was about to begin. Everyone ate until their faces were red. Their blood was boiling, and some even began to bleed. It couldn't be helped. The vitality contained was too strong. They probably ate too much. Lin Xian opened up all the pores on his body as rays of light flowed out. He could feel that his physique had become even stronger. It seemed that this was also a path of evolution. He had to eat more in the future. Hearing this, the Blackwater mystical snake and the golden lion, who had just woken up, fainted again. The news spread quickly, and the world was in an uproar. Lin Wudy started eating again. He was really a glutton, but he was eating demon beasts. He probably hadn't eaten other saints in his life. The 1,000 Demon City and Thunder God City were really sad. First, they were killed, and now they were suppressed by Lin Wudy. They probably lost all their face. But other than Lin Wudy, there was another thing that shocked them. Did the mortal world come back again? Heavens, it couldn't be. With such a terrifying assassin organization, they probably had to be careful in the future. Some people began to be secretly vigilant. The people of the New Moon clan were also shocked when they heard the news. Lin Wudy was killed, and it was done by the mortal world. Could it be that the people who assassinated their princess were also from the human world? Damn it! Why did such an ancient sect revive at this time? Was it because of the destined star? They did not know. This was because these ancient sects covered all the realms in the universe, and they weren't limited to just the 2-star realms. The second astral realm and even the legendary third astral realm also had them. They had no idea why the other party would make a move at this time. They could only send more experts to protect their princess. At the same time, the appearance of the heavenly Tao also shocked these people. Could it be that this organization had come out to choose the chosen one? What? The people of the Heavenly Way Union gave Lin Wudy a pot of wine. Could it be that Lin Wudy was favored? Damn it, that's impossible. It must be a mistake. The other party had drunk too much, so there was no way he could trust him. Some people in the sacred city gritted their teeth in anger when they heard the news. What kind of joke was this? Lin Wudy had been chosen as the chosen one? They didn't want to believe it. It's time for our chief disciple to show himself. He couldn't let Lin Wudy be in the limelight anymore. Some big families in the sacred city began to secretly make up their minds to promote their own peerless geniuses. Among them, the people of the myriad demon city and the sacred city of Thunder God were incomparably depressed. Their disciples were still in the hands of the other party. Moreover, the other party had threatened to let their elders go with sincerity. Damn it, the other party was extorting them. What should they do? Should they secretly make a move? The people of the myriad demon city discussed. An elder shook his head. There was no hurry. Let this brat be smug for 2 days. When he entered the destined star, let's see if our people can't kill him. Didn't he ask us to go see him? All right, bring a pot of 1,000-year-old spirit tea to see him. Be sure to bring our people back. We can't afford any more losses. Soon, a small saint brought the 1,000-year-old spirit tea to the gathering. On the other side, the people of the Thunder God City were also gnashing their teeth in anger. They were also discussing what to do. However, one person couldn't bear it anymore and took the lead. He was Lei Chang's brother, who had just rushed over from the sacred city. He was here for revenge. He had to kill Lin Wudy with his own hands. Inside the giant city, the fragrance filled the air. Everyone was swallowing their saliva. Although they couldn't eat meat, they were eager to drink a mouthful of soup. At this moment, someone screamed. The small saint of the myriad demon city had arrived. As soon as this was said, many people scratched their necks and didn't dare to have any other thoughts. Lin Xian and the others also heard it. Lin Xian said, "All right, dinner is over. Everyone hurry up and leave." With that, he waved his hand and put all the unfinished food into the black earth. Then he wiped his mouth and his eyes lit up. Those followers also quickly hid in the crowd, widening their eyes to watch. Would Lin Wudy be in danger? It should be fine. After all, there were rules between the sacred city. The elders couldn't make a move at will. Otherwise, there would be a great battle. In the sky, a stream of light rushed down and turned into a woman. She was a very beautiful woman with a lot of green light jumping on her body. As soon as she appeared, she saw the 2 suppressed demon saints. She frowned slightly and walked forward. Nephew Lin, the people of the myriad demon city are ignorant. This time, I brought a pot of 1,000-year-old spirit tea to share with you. Why don't you let my people go? To be honest, Lin Xian didn't care about the 1,000-year-old spirit tea at all. What he wanted was the sacred city's attitude. He wanted the world to know. Those who spoke to Lin Xian were either top-notch monstrous geniuses or experts of the older generation. Ordinary saints weren't qualified. Senior, you are too polite. Lin Xian took the spirit tea and said, "We are all from the sacred city, so we should help each other. I don't want to make a move, but these little guys are too presumptuous and unruly. I helped the sacred city teach them a lesson." As he spoke, he removed the law seal. The two-headed lion and the blackwater mystical snake woke up. When they heard Lin Xian's words, they were so angry that they almost vomited blood. What kind of tone was that? Was he facing them as an elder? Little guys? Damn it, was he 200 years old? Any one of them was almost 1,000 years old. However, they didn't dare to say anything. After all, they were inferior to him. It wasn't easy for them to survive. The two of them removed the seal and quickly came behind the elder. Their eyes were filled with fear. The corner of the woman's mouth twitched. Lin Xian's tone didn't sound like a young junior. To be honest, she was a small saint. Her status was very powerful. When the geniuses of the sacred city saw her, they were all respectful. It was the first time she saw someone with Lin Xian's attitude. He was afraid that he would go crazy if he stayed, so he was ready to leave. But at this moment, there was a loud bang in the sky. A figure descended from the sky, bringing with it a powerful storm. Who was Lin Wudi? He was here to die. Everyone was in an uproar. They couldn't believe that someone dared to provoke Lin Wudi. Chapter 3807. The people of Demon City also stopped. Those minor saints squinted their eyes. Interesting. She didn't leave, but stopped to watch from the side. She had heard a lot of rumors. She wanted to see Lin Wudi's strength with her own eyes. Lin Xian was the same. He raised his head and looked at the sky. Thunder God's people still dare to attack me? Is this your decision? Don't blame me for being impolite. With a wave of his hand, the heads of the 3 Thunder God experts were cut off. The souls of the 3 screamed in horror. They were stunned. Was he going to give up on them? How dare you? Damn it! The figure landed on the ground. Bringing along countless great Tao, he roared. This is not the decision of our Saint City. This is my personal will. You dare to kill my brother. I'm here to take revenge. Let go of the people of our Saint City. Who is your brother? Lin Xian waved his hand. I've killed too many people. I can't remember. You're courting death. My brother is Lei Tsong. Today, I'll make you wish you were dead. The man in front was filled with killing intent. Lin Xian, you're surprised. Lei Chong? Humph, he deserves to die. He provoked me again and again. I've already let him off easy by letting him live for so long. As for letting your people go, it's not up to you. Let your elders do it. Kid, you're courting death. Lei Qian roared. The other party didn't give him face. Damn it. Lin Xian laughed. Who do you think you are? Why should I give you face? Humph. Thunder God City is too unruly. If it's the same as Demon City, I'll definitely let them go. But you're too much. Do you really think I won't dare to do it? Lin Xian turned around and killed the souls of the 3 Thunder God experts with 3 slashes. The 3 corpses kept twitching and stopped breathing. Dead. Everyone was stunned. They didn't expect Lin Xian to kill them so easily. There was no room for negotiation. The 2-headed lion and blackwater mystical snake's scalp went numb. Fortunately, their elders came. Otherwise, they would have ended up in a miserable state. Even the eyes of the minor saints from Demon City flickered. This person was as crazy as the rumor said. Lei Qian, on the other hand, was so angry that he shouted, "You dare to kill!" He was mad with anger. "You're wrong. I didn't kill them. You forced them to their deaths. If you hadn't come, the three of them wouldn't have died. Do you have any last words? If not, I'll send you on your way." "Ah, go to hell." Lei Qianyang Tian roared. He must kill the other party. Purple lightning surged in his palm, carrying with it an aura that could crush mountains and rivers. He rushed forward. At this moment, he was like a god of thunder, capable of sweeping through everything. The surrounding people felt their hair stand on end. Lei Qian was too powerful. His cultivation was at the middle stage of the fifth heaven. He was so strong. No wonder he dared to kill Lin Wuti. The two-headed lion and the dark water mystical snake felt their scalps go numb as well. This man was at a higher level than them, so there was a huge gap between their powers. Although Lin Wuti could defeat them, it was not certain whether he could defeat those in the middle stage of the fifth heaven. Boom! 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 In an instant, the thunder cracked, and the place where Lin Xian was standing was completely destroyed. It was a scene of destruction. But in the next moment, space was torn apart, and a figure with golden light came out of the sea. It was Lin Wuti. "He's fine. That's great," the followers exclaimed. The others were shocked as well. Lin Wuti could fight against a sage in the middle stage of the fifth heaven? It was really too hard to believe. How many cultivation realms did he cross? From the early stage of the fourth heaven to the early stage of the fifth heaven, there was another major realm, and then to the middle stage of the fifth heaven, there was another minor realm. That was one major realm plus one minor realm. Wasn't the gap a little too big? For minor realms, many people gasped. To be able to kill someone one minor realm higher was already an incredible genius. The other party had crossed 4 minor realms. That was heaven-defying. Lin Xian rushed out of the sea of lightning. He raised his hand, and the laws revolved around it, forming a sword light that flashed with an unparalleled aura. He didn't die? How was that possible? Lei Qian was also stunned. In his opinion, he was so many realms higher than the other party. It was simply too easy. But he didn't expect the other party's strength to be so strong that it exceeded his expectations. "Kill!" He roared again and charged out. The two turned into 2 streams of light and collided in the sky. Divine light exploded, and the sky seemed to split open. Both of them were incomparably powerful. Purple lightning surrounded Lei Qian's body as if it was a heavenly tribulation, causing the entire void to distort. His speed was very fast, and he turned into a lightning aura. It was terrifying. On the other side, Lin Xian roared. Sword light surrounded his body, and he also rushed over. He was like a peerless god of war, fighting head-on with his opponent. He didn't retreat at all. He was simply a violent humanoid tyrannosaurus. People even heard the roar of a dragon from Lin Xian's body. After hundreds of moves, the battle between the two became even more intense. How was that possible? How could he block it? Lei Qian was completely crazy. How did the other party cross 4 minor realms? Damn it! Lightning light foot. Endless runes appeared on Lei Qian's feet. They were densely packed, causing his feet to emit an unparalleled light. With the addition of his feet, the entire ground trembled violently. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. This was a terrifying divine ability, and it was a law divine ability. This Lei Qian was really too powerful. As expected of the powerhouse of Lei Chong, everyone exclaimed. Someone said that they heard that he had just rushed over from the holy city. He had been cultivating in seclusion all this time. If he hadn't heard the news of his brother's death, he probably wouldn't have come out. Such a person was a cultivation madman. Once he encountered such a person, he would probably end up in a miserable state. Everyone discussed animatedly. They felt that Lin Xian had encountered a peerless enemy. Lin Xian frowned. A law divine ability. The other party's kick was really powerful. It was like 2 ancient demonic mountains falling from the sky, trying to tear him apart. He shouted coldly. His back was like a dragon, emitting a terrifying aura. He punched out with both fists, and 2 golden crows roared at the sky. The sacred fire on them covered the sky. Boom, boom, boom. This was a very intense collision. One was a law divine ability, and the other was a divine beast. They were evenly matched. After one attack, the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. A violent aura surged into the sky. The 2 of them also kept retreating. Lin Xian felt his arm go numb. He couldn't help but admit that the other party was very strong. So what? He circulated the power in his body and quickly recovered his numb arm. On the other side, Lei Qian was completely stunned. The other party actually blocked his law divine ability. It was really unbelievable. Could it be that the other party was really strong to such an extent? No wonder he could kill his brother. But so what if the other party was strong? Today he was going to personally kill the other party. Chapter 3808. With a cold snort, the lightning on his body erupted once again. However, a figure flew over from afar. Stop! An angry roar resounded through the 9 heavens. Lei Qian stopped and looked up at the sky. He cried out in surprise, and the others were also stunned. The people of Thunder Saint City had arrived. A middle-aged man from Thunder God City landed and looked at the 3 people who were suppressed to death. His face was extremely ugly. Lin Wudi, you dare to kill our people. You broke your promise. The small saint was furious. His aura was incomparably violent. Everyone trembled. Was he going to fight? Lin Xian laughed coldly. Me going back on my word? Why don't you say that your Thunder God City didn't teach you well? I said I wanted to save your life and came with sincerity, but you didn't come. Your disciple came to kill me. Of course, I won't be lenient. Look at the people of Demon City. Didn't I let them go? It was you who provoked me first. I didn't break my promise. Damn it. The small saint's face was extremely ugly. He glanced at the people of Demon City and found that they were still alive. Who asked you to come? He stared at Lei Qian. Lei Qian said, Elder, I want to avenge my brother. This kid is too arrogant. He killed so many experts of Thunder God City, and he still wants to negotiate with us. He doesn't have the qualification. Elder, let me do it. I can kill him. The small saint was silent. He knew Lei Qian's strength. He was a mid-stage, 5th heaven expert. Moreover, it seemed that both sides had already fought before. He was still very confident in Lei Qian. Seeing that the elder didn't object, Lei Qian was delighted. He quickly turned his head and stared at Lin Xian. Do you dare to continue the fight to the death? Why wouldn't I dare? Lin Xian sneered. But when you are killed, don't ask your elder for help. You have a sharp tongue. The one who will die will definitely be you. The lightning on Lei Qian's body erupted again, wanting to devour the 9 heavens. On the other side, the golden light on Lin Xian's body bloomed. He was like a god of war. The aura between the 2 became more and more terrifying. A battle was about to break out. However, at this moment, an old man walked over. The 2 of you, please wait. The old man descended from the sky, followed by a group of powerful saints. You dare to stop me? Lei Qian was instantly enraged. Their elders had already acquiesced. Yet there was still someone who dared to stop them? Lin Xian also frowned slightly. He asked, Who are you? The old man said, Young masters, I am the city lord of this city. I know that you 2 are going to fight, so I would like to give you a suggestion. Say. Lei Qian snorted coldly. The elder laughed. Both of them were peerless geniuses, experts at the Saint Realm. The battle between the 2 of them would definitely be devastating. A small city like this would not be able to withstand it. However, there was an arena in the city. It was an ancient arena that had been passed down since ancient times. It was a place specially prepared for saints to fight. Why don't the 2 of you move over there and fight? This way, He could attack to his heart's content without the slightest scruple. Lin Xian nodded. Let's not implicate others in our feud. And don't destroy the city. Do you dare? Hee, why wouldn't he dare? Since you have already chosen your own grave, I will fulfill your wish. Lei Qian sneered. Let's go, lead the way. All right, this old man will lead the way. The old man soared into the sky and flew towards the distance. Lei Qian's figure flickered, and Lin Xian also flew into the sky. The Thunder God City's small saints followed them, and so did the people of Demon City. The surrounding people were in an uproar. Was the Saint Realm going to fight to the death? Let's go and take a look. How could they miss such an exciting battle? For a moment, countless people flew towards the distance. At the same time, the news quickly swept across the world. It was said that Lin Wudi and the experts of Thunder God City were going to fight to the death. The news instantly spread across the entire world. Someone asked, "What's going on?" Didn't Lin Wudi just kill a genius of Thunder God City? Didn't he suppress 3 other geniuses? Could it be that the negotiation fell through? Is there going to be a big battle? Who is the one who fought Thunder God City? I'm not interested in watching if he's too weak. It was Lei Chang's brother, Lei Qian. He had just rushed over from the Saint City, and his cultivation base was at the mid-stage 5th heavenly layer. He was going to kill Lin Wudi cruelly. What? A mid-stage 5th heavenly layer saint? Such an expert also appeared. Many people sucked in a breath of cold air. Let's go and take a look. That Lin Wudi might really be killed. They had long found him an eyesore. Some of the geniuses of the Saint City spoke, and the people of Thunder God City sneered. Who was Lin Wudi? Senior brother Lei Qian could kill him without the help of the Thunder spirit body. These people also left. This world had taken action. They wanted to watch the battle of the century. Otherwise, the people of the other 3 moons would also be alarmed. A mid-stage 5th heavenly layer was already a very terrifying cultivation base. Such a person was definitely a super expert. Lin Wudi, with his cultivation base at the early stage 4th heavenly layer, could he really fight against it? If he couldn't, he would die. But if he could, he would be too heaven-defying. He had crossed 4 small realms. Such a person couldn't exist. The people of the other 3 moons also took action. That kid, is he going to fight? When the Crimson Dragon heard the news, it swung its tail and rushed out. On the other side, Heishan and the North Demon also received the news. He was indeed a troublemaker. They could still hear his news from a world away. Heishan shook his head helplessly and also tore the void. On the other side, the North Demon also went on the road. At this moment, all the experts, elites, and geniuses gathered in the ancient arena. The ancient arena was built with special stones. The formations engraved on it were all at the saint level, and after countless years of support, it could be said that even a minor saint couldn't destroy it. Lin Xian and Lei Qian could go all out here. At this moment, the two stood facing each other, and the aura on their bodies was incomparable. More and more people gathered around Lei Qian, and the corner of his mouth raised into a smile. Very well, he wanted to trample on the other party in front of the world. I have to say, your Thunder God City is really stupid. You actually attracted so many people. Do you think it's a glorious thing to be killed by me in front of so many people? At that time, Lei Xingqing's face would be completely thrown away by you. Lin Xian stood with his hands behind his back and said coldly. As soon as these words came out, the surrounding people were in an uproar. Isn't this Lin Wudi too confident? But can he really kill Lei Qian? I looked at the cliff. It's not that easy to cross 4 realms. Not only that, I've never heard of anyone who can cross 4 realms. No matter how heaven-defying this kid is, he can't do it. Originally, I wanted to let you live a little longer, but now it seems that you're asking for death. I'll fulfill your wish. Lei Qian's feet once again burst out with shocking thunder runes. The thunder god's foot was displayed by him. With every step he took, The ancient arena trembled, and countless large cracks appeared around him. This law-divine ability made the surrounding people's faces change. Chapter 3809. So fast. In an instant, Lei Qian arrived in front of Lin Xian. His right leg swept out, destroying everything in its path. Lin Xian threw out a punch to counter the attack. Both of them continued to exchange blows. One of them was like the god of thunder, and the other was like the god of war. The two of them exchanged blows, causing heaven and earth to shatter. Fortunately, this was the ancient arena. Otherwise, the city would have been torn to shreds. This guy is pretty strong. Is Lei Shencheng serious this time? The Crimson Dragon transformed into his human form and watched the battle with flickering eyes. On the other side, the northern demon frowned slightly. He Shan didn't care at all. I wonder how much power this kid can unleash. Humph, competing in footwork? Do you think you're the only one who knows how to do that? Lin Xian sneered. His feet seemed to have turned into a dragon's claw, striking the void and colliding with Lei Qian's thunder god's foot. Boom! 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 Lin Xian's aura became stronger with every step he took. In the end, he was like a real dragon, circling the 9 heavens. At this moment, Lei Qian's foot was suppressed. How is this possible? The surrounding people were stunned. The people of Thunder God's city screamed. This is impossible. How can he have the aura of the Tao of Dragon? Is he related to the Dragon Pearl race? Why do I feel that the ability he's using is similar to the dragon race's Dragon Step? The crowd swallowed their saliva. Lei Qian found it hard to believe. His law ability was suppressed? Boom! 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 After a dozen more moves, Lei Qian's face turned ugly. He felt a great pressure, especially the last step. The killing intent was monstrous. It was like a real dragon had awakened. The entire void collapsed. Countless great laws surged between heaven and earth. Lei Qian's right leg trembled. He was sent flying by the force. In the end, he spat out a mouthful of blood. His face turned pale. The surrounding people screamed. Lei Qian was injured. The people of Thunder God City were dumbfounded. Is this kid trying to cross 4 realms to kill someone? How heaven-defying is this? The little saint from Lightning God City had a grim expression on his face. However, he still warned them not to be impulsive. Thunder God's foot was just one of Lei Qian's nomological divine abilities. His trump card was not limited to this. Just wait patiently and see. Lei Qian was injured as he roared towards the sky. His palms were constantly forming seals as the laws on his body surged. It opened its mouth and spat out a bolt of lightning. It grew larger in the sky and turned into a divine beast, roaring at the sky. A law divine beast? Was that a lightning snake? In the sky, a huge figure appeared. It looked like a snake. However, it had a single horn and a pair of lightning wings on its back. It even had 4 arms. As it bared its fangs and brandished its claws, it brought forth a powerful lightning power. Kill! Hearing the order, the thunder beast quickly attacked. His tail lashed out like a divine whip. His 4 arms were holding sabers, spears, swords, and shields. Its enormous wings continued to flutter, forming a thunderstorm. This Lei Qian was too powerful. Although the divine beast he transformed into was not a true dragon, it was still incomparably terrifying. It seemed that Lin Wudi had really met his match. The people of Thunder God City also heaved a sigh of relief. Hee, let's see how this kid dies. The eyes of the people of Demon City flickered. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan had also arrived. There were also other experts who were paying attention to this battle. In an instant, Lin Xian suffered a huge impact. Although this thunder beast was condensed from laws, it was truly too powerful. Lin Xian's body shone with boundless light like gold, carrying a monstrous aura as he contended with the thunder beast. A great battle with the thunder beast. Kill! Lin Xian roared, his eyes erupting with a biting, cold, killing intent. At this moment, he was really powerful to the extreme. Like a human-shaped Tyrannosaurus, he resisted the other party's thunder, Dao attack head-on. His body emitted a clanging sound, shaking his blood and qi. However, he was still not afraid. There was a black qilin tattoo all over his body. The qilin that seemed to have transformed into a human form punched out. The powerful force shook the thunder beast until it trembled nonstop. At the same time, Lin Xian formed seals with his palms and slapped out one golden crow after another. 18 golden crows moved freely in the sky, crushing everything with monstrous laws. So powerful, comparable to a divine beast. The crowd screamed again. They did not expect Lin Wudi's means to be so strong. The face of the powerhouse of the Golden Crow clan darkened. Damn it, this guy dared to transform into their clan. What is the meaning of this? This is a provocation. Their eyelids twitched wildly. They could not wait to kill the other party immediately. Boom! 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 18 golden crows swooped down and hit the Thunder Beast. The Thunder Beast wailed and broke into pieces. This time, Lei Qian was sent flying again. His face became even uglier. This person's physique was actually so strong. The small saints of Demon City were incomparably shocked. The demon clan was known for their strong physique, but they did not expect that there would be a human who shocked them in terms of physique. At the same time, some people exclaimed, Lin Wudi's physique should be one of the super strong physiques in the universe. But what was that black tattoo? Why did it look like a qilin? As soon as this was said, many people nodded their heads. Indeed, it was as if a qilin was hovering on the other party's body. It was too mysterious. There was a dragon roar in the other party's body, and now there was a qilin tattoo all over his body. What kind of opportunity did this person have? Could it be that he was related to the Dragon Clan and the qilin clan? So what if he was related? Even if he was related, could he be stronger than our 9 qilins? The people of Demon City sneered. 9 qilins. The descendants of qilin powerhouses had the qilin bloodline. If they were to appear, killing the other party would not be a problem. However, some people were doubtful because Lin Wudi's strength was too strong. Moreover, no one knew if this was his limit. Master, can Brother Lin win? Northern Demon asked from the crowd. Hei Shan squinted his eyes and said, currently he had the upper hand, but it was hard to say if he could win. After all, I don't know what other trump cards he has. After all, the Thunder God technique has been passed down for tens of thousands of years. It should not be underestimated. Moreover, the Thunder God City has a secret technique. I wonder how far he has cultivated it. Northern Demon was worried. Even his master said, so one could imagine how powerful the Thunder God technique was. Damned brat, you broke my divine ability again. Lei Qian's face was incomparably cold. Lin Xian snorted coldly. I've already told you that you're no match for me. Since you want to die in front of everyone, I will fulfill your wish. At this moment, Lin Xian was fearless. To be honest, he did not want to expose his qilin tattoo in front of everyone. But now that it had been exposed, there was nothing to hide. He would go all out. Buzz, buzz, buzz. His 9-yang divine body was displayed to the extreme. At the same time, the qilin tattoo was even more terrifying. As if it was alive, it emitted a mysterious aura. At this moment, Lin Xian's physique was extremely strong. Chapter 3810. On the other side, Lei Qian also roared as a pair of Thunder God's wings grew out from his back. It was like 2 thunder heavenly blades, releasing a destructive aura. Kill! The 2 of them once again fought. Lin Xian had a strong physique and an unparalleled physical body. He opened a big box and was a man of steel. As for Lei Qian, he used his law ability and kept bombarding. Every strike seemed to be able to destroy a world. Too strong. One had unparalleled abilities while the other had a super strong physical body. The battle between the two was truly earth-shattering. Buzz! After hundreds of moves, Lin Xian opened and closed his hands, releasing a few sword chi that turned into a giant dragon that danced in the sky. This aura was too strong. Everyone screamed. Could it be that Lin Wuti was also a super strong swordsman? It couldn't be, right? His sword chi was stronger than his physique? Everyone couldn't believe it. Lei Qian was also in great danger. He didn't dare to be careless. He pushed the two pairs of Thunder God's wings to the extreme and slashed forward. This was an earth-shattering collision. The Qilin roared, and the entire arena shook uncontrollably. Everyone retreated in horror. Fortunately, a battle had broken out in the ancient arena. Otherwise, if it was outside, who knew what would happen to this world? How could this guy be so strong? The little maid from the New Moon clan was shocked. Beside her, Gao Yu's eyes flickered with a solemn expression. Some of the Holy City's geniuses were even more shocked. This method was too heaven-defying. Perhaps the ordinary Holy City's geniuses weren't his opponent at all. Only the top powerhouses could do it. Could it be that they really needed their chief disciple to take action? Boom! Boom! In front, the battle suddenly changed, and a figure flew out. The sky fell, and the earth cracked. Endless lightning was unleashed. Not good. Lei Qian was injured. Everyone screamed. The people from Thunder God City couldn't believe it. Could it be? This was impossible. They shook their heads frantically. Lei Qian, with his strength and identity, was also very strong in their holy city. How could he lose to the other party? Boom! Lei Qian landed on the arena. The array formation arena shook, and the surrounding void kept shattering. He spat out large mouthfuls of blood. There were 2 sword scars on his body, which had almost split his body apart. Lin Xian said coldly as he slowly descended from the sky, "What other trump cards do you have? Bring them all out. If not, then you can die." That detestable brat. Lei Qian took out a thunder crystal origin and swallowed it. The wounds on his body quickly healed. However, what shocked him was that he was actually unable to completely eliminate the sword chi. Damn it! What a terrifying sword intent. Is he using a sacred artifact? With a cold snort, he pulled out a long spear. The purple lightning spear was a mid-grade saint artifact. With a roar, Lei Qian charged forward once more. Now that he possessed a mid-grade saint artifact, his strength had grown even stronger. He was like the invincible god of thunder. He was surrounded by all kinds of lightning beasts. It was a shocking sight. "It's useless." Lin Xian coldly snorted and waved the matchless sword. Sword chi swept across the 9 heavens. The 2 sacred artifacts collided with each other nonstop, causing their battle prowess to increase. The situation was not optimistic. That's right. Although Lei Qian had the Thunder God spear, Lin Wuti also had the matchless sword. If he didn't have any other trump cards, Lei Qian would probably lose. Before the battle, they all thought that Lin Xian had a higher chance of losing. After all, it was too difficult to fight across 4 realms. However, after witnessing the battle with their own eyes, they felt that Lei Qian had a higher chance of losing. This made the people of Thunder God City vomit blood. Lei Qian's face was even colder. Suddenly, his eyes revealed a hint of malevolence. "Die for me." He spat out a lightning ring. It turned into a bolt of lightning and instantly charged towards Lin Xian. With a clang, Lin Xian raised his hand to block it. However, he was sent flying and his entire arm was numb. Under his arm, a crack appeared. It was extremely horrifying. Lin Wuti was injured. How was this possible? What was this lightning ring? It was a sacred artifact. It was actually a sacred artifact that was even more terrifying than the purple lightning spear. The crowd screamed. They didn't expect Lei Qian's trump card to be so rich. Lin Xian was actually injured due to his carelessness. Lei Qian attacked crazily. Lin Xian's body turned into a kunping and instantly dodged. He stood in another direction and looked at his cracked palm. A hint of coldness appeared in his eyes. The energy in his body circulated and his body bloomed with light. His broken palm quickly healed. Soon it was as good as new. Kid, this is just a lesson for you. What do you have to contend with me? Next, I will make you wish you were dead. Lei Qian held the thunder spear in his hand and was surrounded by terrifying lightning. He was extremely powerful. With 2 sacred artifacts, he could easily crush his opponent. Do you really think you can turn the tables with 2 sacred artifacts? How naive. Lin Xian snorted in disdain. I was careless just now and was ambushed by you. But next, you probably won't even be able to get close to me. Insolent kid, go to hell. Lei Qian didn't believe it. Their 2 sacred artifacts couldn't suppress the opponent? Even if the opponent had the matchless sword, he could still suppress it. Buzz! The purple thunder spear attacked crazily. The lightning ring appeared and disappeared mysteriously. Lin Xian couldn't withstand it with the matchless sword. Suddenly, the purple thunder spear erupted with an unparalleled aura. It seemed to have turned into a purple thunder dragon that danced in the sky. In an instant, it bit the matchless sword. At the same time, the lightning ring turned into a bolt of lightning that was extremely fast. The people from Thunder God City laughed. Let's see how this kid will die. The others were extremely nervous. Not good. Lin Wudi is in danger. This attack should be over. An expert from Thousand Demon City said. An expert from the Golden Crow clan snorted. They also thought that Lin Xian wouldn't survive. Gao Yu's eyes flickered. Is he really going to be defeated? In the crowd, the Northern Demon was even more nervous. The Crimson Dragon sneered. Don't worry. How can we lose when it comes to sacred artifacts? Thinking about that kid's trump card, the Northern Demon nodded. He knew that the opponent had more than one sacred artifact. Sure enough, at this critical moment, a black spear appeared in Lin Xian's hand. Like a mountain, it struck Lei Qian and sent him flying. With a loud bang, the sky fell and the earth cracked. The endless void shattered. Everyone's scalp went numb. Many people vomited blood. He blocked it. Lin Wudi blocked it. Impossible. What did he use to block it? The people from Thunder God City screamed in disbelief. Lei Qian's pupils shrank. He was simply going crazy. Everyone looked carefully. A black spear appeared in Lin Xian's hand. It emitted an extremely terrifying demonic aura. Half of the sky was dyed black by the terrifying aura. What was that? A sacred artifact and a demonic artifact. How could he have such a thing? Everyone swallowed their saliva. The aura that the spear brought was too terrifying. In the crowd, a few people's eyes burst out with cold light. One of them was a woman who looked abnormally beautiful. She also raised the corner of her mouth. That's right, it's this aura. It's really him. These people's eyes lit up and stared at the spear. Do you think you're the only one who has 2 sacred artifacts? Lin Xian held the Great Destruction Spear in his left hand and the matchless sword in his right hand. Chapter 38:11. Damn it. Lei Qian, who was on the opposite side, had an ugly expression. He originally thought that he had a huge advantage, but his opponent had caught up with him. But so what? He didn't believe that his opponent's spear could block his Lei Huan. His Lei Huan had a great background. However, the following battle made him despair. The spear was too terrifying. It was as if it could pierce through and destroy everything. After 30 moves, he was penetrated by the spear, and half of his body was shattered. After 50 moves, he was cut in half by a sword, which scared him out of his wits. After 70 moves, his heart was pierced by his own thunder ring, and he almost died. He couldn't believe this scene. His opponent's method was too strange. Let me ask you one last time. Do you still have any trump cards? If not, you can go and die now. Lin Xian's killing intent emerged, shocking everyone. They didn't expect that the final ending would be like this. The people from Thunder God City clenched their fists. We won't lose. Lei Qian still has a trump card. Yes, our Thunder Saint City's secret technique. Lei Qian's cultivation is very terrifying. Just you wait. When the time comes, all of you will die. Lei Qian's body was shattered and quickly healed. His aura was much weaker than before, and he was no longer at his peak state. He gritted his teeth. Kid, to be able to force me to this step, I have to admit that you've exceeded my expectations. But it's a pity that I still have a secret technique that you can't resist at all. To be able to die under my Thunder Saint City's secret technique, you can be proud. Thunder God City's secret technique. This Lei Qian, is he going to use his final trump card? Everyone screamed. The secret technique of the Thunder Saint City was unique to the Thunder Saint City. Others couldn't cultivate it at all, and these secret techniques were very terrifying. I wonder what Thunder God City's secret technique is? Everyone widened their eyes. Thunder God City's secret technique? Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. Could he finally see it? To be honest, he had been looking forward to it for a long time because he knew that every Thunder Saint City had its own secret technique. For example, their Wu Shuangqing had a secret technique that could increase one's combat strength by 1 to 10 times. Once activated, the danger would be endless. He also wanted to know what kind of secret technique Thunder God City had. If you have any secret techniques, then use them. Let me see if you are as powerful as you say. Lin Xian pointed his sword forward. You'll see. Lei Qian continued to form hand seals. A bolt of lightning rushed out of his body and circled around him. Every time it spun, its power grew stronger. He spun a total of 3 times, and in the end, his strength reached an unimaginable level. What is this? Many people were shocked. The aura of this lightning was much stronger than before. Was this the secret method of Thunder God City? It was 9 revolutions, divine thunder. He had actually reached the 3rd revolution. The people of the 1,000 Demons City screamed. They knew about the secret technique of the Thunder God City. When the others heard this, they exclaimed in surprise. 9 revolutions, divine thunder. This was an extremely terrifying secret technique. Every time it rotated, its power would increase by a fraction. It was said that after the 9 revolutions, thunder transformation, one would be able to kill experts who were much stronger than them. Now that Lei Qian was able to go through 3 transformations, it was already very heaven-defying. Everyone was shocked when they sensed the lightning aura emanating from the other party. Lin Xian similarly frowned, surprised in his heart. This was the secret technique of Thunder God Orange. 9 revolutions, divine thunder. He indeed felt a threat. Worthy of being the holy city, it indeed had its own uniqueness. Wonder what the most powerful one among the younger generation would be. Lin Xian thought of the Thunder spirit physique. His future opponent would definitely be the other party. Wonder to what extent could the other party cultivate the 9 revolutions divine thunder? Kid, go to hell for me. Lei Qian's entire body bloomed. Lightning divine light, carrying an incomparably berserk aura, charged forward. Not good, Lin Wudi was in danger. That's right, even if he had 2 great sacred weapons, he might not be able to block the secret technique. This Lin Wudi was also a heaven's pride of Peerless City. Did he cultivate the Peerless secret technique? Should not have, right? It was said that he had just joined Peerless City not long ago and went to the Fiend Star. He had no time to cultivate at all. It's over, Lin Wudi was careless. If he could cultivate in the Holy City for a period of time, at least he would have cultivated the Peerless secret technique. Then this time he would be able to contend. But now he really did not know how to resist. Resist? He was definitely going to die. Some were worried and some sneered. The people of Thunder God City let out sinister laughter. The other party was definitely going to die. They were full of confidence. Lin Xian's eyes burst with a piercing cold light. His physique was strong to the extreme. He turned into a stream of light and charged forward. Did others think that he did not have a peerless secret technique? How was that possible? However, he did not immediately use it, because he wanted to feel the power of the 9 revolutions divine thunder to see how strong it was. Heavens, Lin Wudi was crazy. He wanted to use his physical body to fight. Shouldn't he run away? Idiot, did he want to fight to the death? This kid was really daring. Even the Crimson Dragon sucked in a breath of cold air. He did not expect Lin Xian to be so bold. Gao Yu and the others exclaimed again and again. Even the mysterious people frowned. No way. If this kid died, then it would be troublesome. Ignorant ant, go to hell for me. Lei Qian saw that the other party did not dodge and instead rushed over. His heart was filled with disdain. This time, he used the secret technique, divine thunder. How could the other party resist? Boom! The sound of the earth, shaking, resounded. The violent aura crushed everything. The entire arena was completely covered by the sea of lightning. The ancient arena was shaking nonstop, as if it was about to shatter. One could imagine the power of the 9 revolutions, divine thunder. Amidst the endless thunderbolts, a human figure flew out. It was Lin Wudi. Everyone screamed. The people of Thunder God City snorted. It must be the other party. This time, the other party would definitely die, right? The other party did not die? How could it be? The people of Thunder God City were stunned, their eyes wide open. The others also looked over. Sure enough, they saw that Lin Xian was injured. He spat out blood from the corner of his mouth, but he did not die. In terms of physique, he was too strong. He could actually resist the 9 revolutions divine thunder without dying. Everyone was shocked. What was the use? He was just a trapped beast. He would definitely die within 3 moves. The people of Thunder God City said. The others were also worried. That's right. The reason for that was because they could tell that Lin Xian was at a disadvantage in this battle. Lin Xian retreated and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. His eyes flickered. Although he was injured, it was not serious. In this blow, he perceived the terrifying power of the other party. It was indeed strong. He rushed out again. Bang, bang, bang. The sound of thunder kept ringing between heaven and earth. After a few moves, Lin Xian retreated again. His body was surrounded by thunder and lightning, and some places were charred black. However, his eyes were brighter. Damn it, how could he not die yet? Everyone was stunned. The people of Thunder God City also looked like they had seen a ghost. The 9 revolutions divine thunder was their secret technique. They knew how powerful it was. In their opinion, the other party might not even be able to resist 1 move. But now the other party actually resisted 5 moves and was still alive. It was really incredible. Lei Qian's face was even colder. How could it be? Was this kid's physique so strong? Kid, everything is over. I don't have time to play with you anymore. Lei Qian raised his palm, and the 3 revolutions divine thunder kept condensing in his hand. Chapter 38:12. 3 revolutions divine thunder circled around his finger, surrounded by terrifying lightning phantoms. 3 thunder sky destroying finger. It was a terrifying supernatural power. Rumor had it that it could destroy the sky with 1 finger. Its power was unimaginable. At this moment, it was displayed by Lei Qian, causing the void to collapse. Lin Xian was wrapped in a violent force. This time it was really a killing move. It should be over now. Some of the big shots' eyes lit up. A killing move? Well, since that was the case, then let's end it. Lin Xian's eyes burst out with killing intent. He had already felt the opponent's Thunder God secret technique, so there was no need to hold back now. Buzz! He stomped his foot and rushed over at a fast speed. His fists danced, and the unparalleled secret technique in his body was constantly activated by him. No way. Lin Wudi still wanted to take it head-on. What was he thinking? The people around went crazy. Boom! The two collided, making a deafening sound. The sky and earth were torn apart. The entire ring was almost overturned. A violent aura swept out in all directions. Retreat quickly. The onlookers kept retreating. It was too terrifying. The people of Thunder Saint City sneered. Lin Wudi should be dead by now, right? The North Demon, Crimson Dragon, and others were extremely nervous. Some of the big shots' eyes burst out with cold light. They wanted to tear apart the chaos and see the situation clearly. Finally, the fog gradually dispersed, and two figures stood on the ring. Their backs were facing each other. Obviously, the two had separated from each other. Who was the saint and who was the loser? Two figures? Lin Wudi was not blasted into a bloody mist. Many people exclaimed. The people of Thunder Saint City frowned. They had a bad premonition. How could it be? With such a violent force, the opponent would definitely be blown to pieces. At worst, he would be torn apart. How could the opponent remain intact? Perhaps his soul had been destroyed. It was also possible that his body was intact, but his vitality had been destroyed. These people were guessing. At this time, a figure fell to the ground with a plop. Who was it? They looked carefully. The next moment, they screamed. Lei Qian! Lei Qian had fallen! How could this be? I don't believe that I would lose to you. Lei Tian fell to the ground and vomited blood. His eyes gradually became unfocused and lost their luster. He had executed his strongest, ultimate skill in the previous attack. Initially, he was confident that he would be able to kill the other party. However, who would have thought that his opponent's strength would suddenly increase in an instant? That power made him think that he was facing a little saint. With a single strike, he was killed. Now his eyes were filled with fear and disbelief. To be able to suddenly erupt with several times the power, this was clearly a peerless secret technique. But how could he possibly learn it? The other party had just entered the holy city. Didn't he go to the fiend planet? Where would he find the time to cultivate? Damn it, he was too careless. He had been tricked. The other party knew an unparalleled secret technique. He wanted to spread the news, but he could no longer do so. His soul gradually extinguished, and in the end he died. On the other side, Lin Xian said coldly as he turned around and looked at the corpse, "Your strength is not bad, but that's all." This was his evaluation of Lei Qian. Everyone went crazy. Lin Wudi was a little saint. In the face of such a powerful ultimate skill, he could actually reverse the little saint. It was too unbelievable. How did he do it? These people were discussing animatedly. Impossible. The people of Thunder God City had indeed gone crazy. Their genius was dead, and he died after executing the little saint's Thunder God secret technique. It was too unbelievable. Damn kid, what did you use? What kind of despicable means did you use? They rushed up and roared crazily. Even the little saint of Thunder God City was furious. His eyes were bursting with killing intent. Previously, he allowed the battle because he thought highly of Lei Qian. But now Lei Qian was dead. How was he going to explain it when he went back? He must kill this kid. The weapon you used is a demonic weapon. I suspect that you are related to the devil race. Now, I will take you back to investigate. That kind of little saint exuded an unparalleled aura that sealed off a part of the world. Everyone was terrified. Was the little saint going to make a move? Lin Xian's face darkened. Just as he was about to say something, a figure walked out from afar and said with a sweet smile, "You're right. I don't like to hear this. What's wrong with the people of the devil race? Are we, the people of the devil race, so unwelcomed?" As soon as these words came out, everyone turned their heads to look. They saw an unusually seductive woman walking out. She was wearing very little clothes, giving people a feeling of seduction. However, the aura on her body made their hair stand on end. What a strong devil chi! She's from the demonic palace. The little saint of Thunder God City also frowned. Demoness, are you trying to meddle in our business? The people of Thunder God City also looked unfriendly. The demoness said with a smile, I don't want to meddle in your business. I just want to ask, what's wrong with the devil race? Why can't the devil race appear in the thousands of worlds in the immemorial era? You better make it clear. Otherwise, don't blame the demonic palace for being impolite. Damn, why is the demonic palace going against Thunder God City this time? But what they said just now was too much. They despised the demonic palace. Everyone discussed in a low voice. The little saint of Thunder God City also looked gloomy. He just made up an excuse. He didn't expect the people of the demonic palace to be here. Moreover, it was the top genius of the demonic palace, the demoness. He said, what I said just now wasn't very accurate. I take it back. However, this kid is really suspicious. Moreover, he killed so many experts of my Thunder God City. I want to bring him back to face trial. I don't understand what you're saying. The demoness said with a smile. Isn't this carried out after both sides agreed to it? Didn't you guys prepare for the worst before the battle? Why are the geniuses killed now? I can't stand it anymore. Then let me ask you, if the one who died was Lin Moody, what would you do? Would you punish your own people? Those followers nodded one after another. That's right. Thunder God City was obviously acting shamelessly. Did he want to bully others? What do you mean? Does the demonic palace really want to go against our Thunder God City? The little saint's face darkened, staring at the demoness. Lin Xia also looked at the other party. He didn't know why the other party helped him, but he still nodded kindly. The next moment he walked out, looked at the little saint of Thunder God City, and said coldly, What? Do you want to fight me? Didn't we say before that we would fight to the death? He wanted to kill me, so I killed him. What's wrong with that? Besides, it was the people of Thunder God City who provoked me again and again. It's normal for the younger generation to die and be injured in a battle. Does an old man want to fight me? Even if you want to fight me, I'm not afraid of you. Come on. Lin Xian stomped his foot. His aura erupted, and a terrifying sword qi swept across the 9 heavens. One-on-one or group battle. Do you want to fight me together? I'll take all of you. A domineering aura emerged from his body. Facing the powerful little saint and numerous experts, he was still not afraid. Chapter 38:13. Everyone was in an uproar. This Lin Xian was too strong. The people from Thunder God City were so angry that they wanted to vomit blood. Damn brat, you're courting death. That's right, I'm courting death. Come and kill me. Lin Xian looked at these people. Who's going to make a move? You or you? He pointed at a few Thunder God City experts. However, those experts felt their scalps go numb. They were so angry that they couldn't speak. Lin Xian sneered. Why, you don't dare. Don't worry, I won't bully you. I'll only use one hand. Who dares to come? His gaze was rarely seen in all directions. His aura was so strong that it made those people unable to breathe. On Thunder God City's side, no one dared to accept the challenge. Lin Xian looked up and laughed. What a bunch of trash. Shouting in front of me, but no one dares to make a move against me? Do you still have the face to live in this world? Damn brat, don't be so arrogant. Our thunder spirit. Those people roared. Lin Xian directly interrupted them. You want to talk about the thunder spirit body? Other than relying on this thunder spirit body, what else can you do? What about yourselves? Could it be that you can only live in the hope of others? The thunder spirit body is indeed powerful, but can he really kill me? I'll give him 3 days to come here and accept his death. The killing intent in Lin Xian's eyes became even colder. Everyone sucked in a mouthful of cold air. Wow, he's too strong, too cool. Is Lin Xian challenging the thunder spirit body? Those people from Thunder God City were also stunned. Indeed, they wanted to use the thunder spirit body to suppress the other party. However, They didn't expect that the other party wasn't afraid. Instead, he wanted to challenge them directly. What kind of person is this? He's too scary. That minor saint snorted coldly. Who do you think you are? Do you think you're qualified to fight with us, Thunder Spirit Body? Lin Xian turned his head and looked at him. Old fart, are you trying to take advantage of your seniority? What's so good about the Thunder Spirit Body? If he dares to come, I'll personally chop off his head. And you? Do you think you can shout in front of me just because you're a minor saint? Previously, I didn't make a move against you because I gave face to your Thunder God City. Do you really think I'm to be afraid of you? Think about Evil Demon City. If you dare to shout again, I'll send you to hell. You. The little saint was so angry that he coughed up blood. An ant dared to speak to him like that in front of him. He was furious. However, when he thought of what happened in the Evil Demon City, it was as if a basin of cold water had been poured over him. A hint of fear appeared in his eyes. How could he not know about that? 10 little saints had tried to kill him, but in the end he was still alive and unharmed, while the 10 little saints were dead. What exactly happened that night? No one knew. What kind of secret weapon did the other party possess that allowed him to kill little saints? Or did he have a super Tao protector who could easily kill a little saint at a critical moment? But no matter which one it was, they all posed a huge threat to him. For a moment, he didn't know what to do. The surrounding people went crazy. They felt like they were dreaming. Lin Wuti didn't even put a little saint in his eyes. The followers screamed excitedly, Lin Wuti, you're so cool. Go, Lin Wuti. Lin Wuti killed them. What's so great about a little saint? In a battle of the same level, I'll destroy you in a matter of minutes. That's right, he's only relying on his age to live a few thousand years longer. What's there to be arrogant about? They were despised. Those little saints were so angry that their faces were flushed red. The people of Thunder God City had an ugly expression on their faces. They were usually high and mighty, so they had never encountered such a scene. But at this time someone moved. A golden figure walked out and stared at Lin Xian. You've mentioned the incident in the Evil Demon City just now. Then let me ask you, what exactly happened that day? Why did the experts of my Golden Crow clan disappear? It's the people of Golden Crow clan. Many people's scalps went numb. The world became quiet again. The people of Demon City also frowned. To be honest, they also wanted to know what exactly happened that day. Lin Xian glanced at the other party with a sneer on the corner of his mouth. He didn't answer at all. The expert of Golden Crow clan frowned and snorted coldly. Kid, I'm asking you a question. At the end of his words, the flames in the sky were dancing and burning for 9 days. Lin Xian sneered. Who do you think you are? Do I have to answer your question? His tone was full of disdain. The surrounding people went crazy. Damn, this Lin Wuti just killed the Thunder God City's little saint, and now he wants to attack the expert of Golden Crow clan? Ignorant ant, you're too presumptuous. Do you really think that you can be arrogant in front of me after killing Lei Qian? The expert of Golden Crow clan's face sank. I'm presumptuous? I think it's your Golden Crow clan that's too presumptuous. You still have the face to ask me about that night? Let me ask you, that night, why did the experts of Golden Crow clan go to my mansion? What kind of intentions do you have? You're going to assassinate me. Now that the assassination failed, you're asking me instead. What reason do you think I have to answer someone who wants to kill me? How dare you? A few people of Golden Crow clan walked out and shouted coldly. The flames on their bodies erupted, forming a sea of fire. Nonsense! Who said that we were going to kill you? That's right, we just wanted to go over and exchange the corpse of the Dragon Ball with you. In the end, you actually killed us. Lin Xian sneered. All right, didn't you want to know why the expert of your Golden Crow clan disappeared? Let me tell you, he was killed by Thunder God's people in a sneak attack. When these words came out, everyone was stunned. The faces of the people of Thunder God City also changed wildly. Damn, is he trying to make us take the blame? They hurriedly said. Nonsense, a bunch of nonsense. How could it be us who did it? That's right, this kid is talking nonsense again. These people hurriedly shook their heads. They didn't dare to admit it. Lin Xian sneered. Did you see what happened that night? I'm the only one who experienced it and is still alive. Now, you're saying that I'm talking nonsense? Those people of Golden Crow Clan turned their heads and stared at the people of Thunder God City. Their eyes emitted a biting, cold, killing intent. The Golden Crow Clan and Thunder God City were actually facing each other. It can't be, right? Why do I feel that they're killing with a borrowed knife? It's obvious that they're killing with a borrowed knife. Everyone discussed animatedly. They felt that Lin Xian was too evil. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled into a cold smile. Let these two sects fight it out. Fellow Taoists of Golden Crow Clan, don't listen to his nonsense. Why would our people attack you? That's right, we don't have any reason. This kid is obviously trying to sow discord and fish in troubled waters. The people of Thunder God City hurriedly explained. The little saint even said that if you want to know the result of that day, it's very simple. Capture him, and we'll be able to know what happened that night. It makes sense. The experts of Golden Crow Clan nodded and turned to stare at Lin Xian. Kneel down obediently, and let us capture your soul to investigate the situation that day. They were like high and mighty monarchs. Their words carried an unquestionable command. Chapter 38:14. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. They had to admit that the Golden Crow tribe was too strong. Lin Xian was also angry. He sneered. You want me to kneel? You want to take my soul? I want to ask why. Just because you don't believe what I said, you want to take my soul? Your Golden Crow tribe is too domineering. The Golden Crow tribe expert nodded. That's right, it's because we don't believe you. Lin Xian sneered. That's a good reason. I don't believe you either. That day, did your little saint really go to exchange for the dragon's corpse with me? You really didn't want to assassinate me? I'm also very doubtful about this. Why don't you kneel down as well and let me search your soul to see if you really want to assassinate me? Lin Xian used the same words and retorted. You're courting death. The Golden Crow tribe expert was furious. Lin Xian sneered. Why? Can't take it anymore? Are you very angry? I'm just using the same method to deal with you. You can't take it anymore? Then, have you ever thought about my feelings before? Who do you think you are? How can you be compared to us? The Golden Crow tribe expert's eyes were filled with cold, killing intent. The Golden Crow tribe is so domineering. Lin Xian laughed wildly. But don't forget, I'm also the chief disciple of Wushuang City. In terms of status, I'm not inferior to you. Everyone was in an uproar and nodded. That was indeed the case. The Golden Crow tribe was too arrogant. Did they really not put Lin Wudi in their eyes? Or did they not put Wushuang City in their eyes? Sure enough, he's a sharp-tongued kid. The Golden Crow tribe expert walked out. But no matter what you say, you can't change the outcome. Is that so? Don't you want to take my soul? I want to take yours too. How about this? Let your younger generation come out and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul collection. Does the Golden Crow tribe dare to do so? Lin Xian issued a challenge again. Everyone was shocked. This time, they were facing the Golden Crow tribe. Everyone was looking forward to it. They wanted to see if the Golden Crow tribe would send out any experts. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also frowned. To be honest, after the battle just now, they could see that Lin Xian was very powerful. Unless the top geniuses of their Golden Crow clan came, the others were simply not enough. However, these top geniuses had yet to arrive. Lin Xian sneered when he saw the people of the Golden Crow race remaining silent. What? You don't dare? Isn't your Golden Crow clan looking down on everything and being high and mighty? You don't even have the courage to come out and fight me? What a slap to the face. Previously, the Golden Crow clan was so insufferably arrogant, but now, even they were cowering. Everyone was shocked. Was Lin Moody already this strong? Damn, brat, I'll kill you. A man walked out. The flames on his body were extremely terrifying. However, the little saint of the Golden Crow tribe had stopped him. Did you see that? Your elders don't think you're a match for me, so they don't dare to let you fight. You should just obediently scram back. Lin Xian laughed. His eyes were filled with arrogance. Everyone was silent. The people of the Golden Crow tribe looked extremely ugly. Elder, let me fight. That man roared crazily. The elder of the Golden Crow tribe looked extremely solemn. He did not let go, because he felt that Lin Moody was very dangerous. If he fought rashly, he was afraid that he would suffer heavy losses. At the same time, the other experts were also shocked. This Lin Moody was too strong. They had to find a way to get rid of him as soon as possible. Otherwise, he would definitely be a big disaster in the future. What Golden Crow tribe? How dare they call themselves divine beasts? None of them dared to fight. It was really disappointing. I think you should stop calling yourselves Golden Crows in the future. You should just call yourselves Lockhead Tortoises. Lin Xian stood in the arena, mocking and ridiculing. The people of the Golden Crow tribe were so angry that they vomited blood. Extremely cold killing intent burst out from the eyes of the elder of the Golden Crow tribe. Why, old man, are you not convinced? I'll give you a chance. Suppress your cultivation and come up and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul collection. Do you dare? Do you think I'm afraid of you? The small saint of the Golden Crow tribe was filled with killing intent. He really couldn't hold it in anymore. He took a step forward and wanted to step forward. However, he was stopped by his subordinates. Elder, you can't. Those experts shook their heads one after another. If it was the younger generation, it would be fine if they lost. But if it was a small saint and lost to the opponent, it would be a complete loss of face. There was no way to recover. All right, don't act like a parting of life and death in front of me. Since you don't dare to fight, get lost. Lin Xian shouted coldly. The surrounding people were terrified. Perhaps no one dared to scold the Golden Crow tribe like Lin Moody. They had really opened their eyes today. The small saint of the Demon City was also shocked. First, he went against the Thunder God City. Now he was shouting at the Golden Crow tribe. This young man was really too arrogant. Fortunately, they did not take action before. Otherwise, they would have been slapped in the face today. The scene was a little awkward for a moment. However, at this time there was a sneer. Lin Moody, you are too arrogant. How dare you be rude to your senior? That's right. Today, I will teach you how to respect your elders on behalf of Wushuang City. A cold voice sounded. It made people's scalp tingle. Who was it that dared to shout at Lin Moody at this time? Was it the people of Thunder God City or the Golden Crow tribe? Everyone looked around. Lin Xian also frowned. This guy who hid his head and showed his tail dared to provoke him verbally, but did not dare to show his face. 2 golden lights flashed in his eyes and slashed at the crowd. Suddenly, a part of the void was shattered. A few figures were in a very sorry state, screaming crazily. How dare you attack us? You are courting death. Lin Xian sneered. Do you think I won't be able to find you if you hide in the crowd? A large hand shot out from his hand and attacked those people. Those people quickly retreated, holding up a crescent moon that rotated in the sky. The crescent moon blade slashed at the golden hand. A sonorous saint sound rang out. Everyone exclaimed and retreated crazily. At the same time they screamed. It was the New Moon Clan. Lin Xian's face also darkened. The New Moon Clan dared to attack me? His eyes were shining. He stared at Gao Yu. What did he say before? His voice was incomparably cold. Previously, he had already given the New Moon Clan face and did not kill them. However, the New Moon Clan still dared to act so recklessly. Gao Yu also frowned, and a trace of light appeared in her eyes. In the next moment, she sent a voice transmission to Lin Xian. The New Moon Clan is also divided into factions. This is not one of us. You can attack as much as you want without any scruples. After saying that, Gao Yu turned around and left with her people. He was not on Gao Yu's side. It seemed that he should be Gao Yu's opponent. In that case, Lin Xian did not need to be polite. He had already warned these people, but they still dared to attack. Buzz! He slapped 2 people into blood mist and sent 3 people flying. Damn it! How dare you kill me? The New Moon Clan roared. Not far away, more people gathered here and surrounded Lin Xian. Chapter 38:15. Since the New Moon Clan killed me, why can't I kill you all? I've already spoken to your little saint, and all the grudges between us have been written off. If you dare to attack me again, I'll kill you all. Do you really think I don't dare to? Lin Xian's voice was sonorous. Kid, you're too arrogant. First, you disrespected my princess. Now you killed my people. Do you really think my New Moon Clan is easy to bully? In the distance, a terrifying figure walked out. Everyone was shocked. Could it be that the New Moon Clan was going to attack? Oh God, how many major forces were going to attack Lin Xian? Lin Xian sneered in disdain. Since Gao Yu had said that he could start a massacre, how could he show mercy? Who from your New Moon Clan dares to fight me? I'll do it. A man walked up. His speed was very fast, like a crescent moon. He instantly rushed toward Lin Xian. No way, they're really going to fight. Everyone was shocked. Lin Wuti was already so powerful. What did the New Moon Clan rely on to dare to fight with Lin Wuti? When the figure arrived near Lin Xian, he suddenly shot out a beam of green light, which turned into an afterimage as it slashed forward. Lin Xian felt a chill down his spine and moved sideways. The place where he was originally at kept shattering. The surrounding onlookers exclaimed. What was that? The aura was really too terrifying. That was a full moon. Heavens, the other party actually took out this thing? Legend had it that the full moon was formed by the condensation of the moon. It was said that in the past, the super experts of the New Moon Clan had once traveled the universe and saw some damaged moons. They used peerless laws to refine those damaged moons into weapons. Those were terrifying full moons. These things were very frightening. They were not any weaker than a saint artifact. Moreover, it was connected to the New Moon Clan's bloodline. It was abnormally terrifying. At this moment, it was a full moon that was shot out. No wonder the New Moon Clan dared to attack. It turned out that they brought a full moon with them. Kid, you're quite fast to dodge, but can you hide for the rest of your life? The man waved his hand, and the full moon returned to his side. His eyes were filled with killing intent. Lin Xian also frowned. These people were too despicable. They didn't know what was good for them. They actually wanted to kill him. He guessed that they should be Gao Yu's enemies. He had saved Gao Yu once before and was remembered by those people. Now he should be here for revenge. These people were also related to the human world. Lin Xian's eyes were cold as he turned into a purple flash and charged over. In addition, the person from the New Moon race sneered. The full moon in his hand released an unparalleled aura. It suddenly became bigger, as if it had turned into a moon and attacked. In an instant, it enveloped Lin Xian. Ha 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 ha, Lin Wuti was nothing more than that. In front of our New Moon Clan, they cannot even withstand a single blow. The man raised his head to the sky and laughed. The people of the New Moon Clan also revealed looks of disdain. The people around them were shocked. Was Lin Wuti suppressed? It was too unbelievable. How could such a strong person, who couldn't last for a lifetime, be defeated? Someone said that the battle with Lei Qian had consumed too much of his energy. Yes, It was not easy for him to defeat Lei Qian. He must have been injured. If he were to engage in such a battle, he would definitely be at a disadvantage. Despicable and shameless New Moon Clan, if you have the ability, wait for our Lin Wuti to fight at full strength. That's right. What kind of hero is he to fight now? Those followers were also screaming crazily. Shut up! Whoever dares to make a ruckus, I will kill him. The people of the New Moon Clan roared crazily. The people around them were so frightened that they shut their mouths. They did not dare to speak, but their eyes were filled with anger. The people of the New Moon Clan sneered. What battle at the peak! This world was all about the winner and the loser. If they lost, they lost. There was no excuse. It was too early to say that. Did they really think that a mere moon could suppress them? Suddenly, a sneer came from the void in front of them. When this voice came out, everyone was in an uproar. The people of the New Moon Clan screamed. Impossible, you are still alive. They were too shocked. Damn it. Go to hell. The man frantically activated the full moon. The laws on it kept intertwining. The void shattered again, turning into nothingness. Boom! However, this time the huge moon shook and stones fell from it. It even caused the sky to fall and the earth to crack. Damn it! He was fighting back. He was bombarding the moon. He would definitely not be able to get out. These people gritted their teeth. However, in the next moment, countless cracks appeared on the full moon. Then it suddenly flew out. The man of the New Moon Clan also vomited blood and screamed. Lin Xian rushed forward. Sword qi bloomed all over his body. 9 suns, divine fire, swept across the world. He was like a peerless god of war. He rushed out and looked down on the world. You want to suppress me with a mere moon? As he spoke, he moved his fists. He activated an unparalleled secret technique and directly punched the huge moon, causing it to explode. The shattered full moon chakram turned into countless pieces of rubble, scattering all over the ground. The man of the New Moon Clan also exploded. His soul was caught by Lin Xian and destroyed with a slash. No, damn it. The people of the New Moon Clan screamed crazily. Kill him. Everyone attacked together. These people pulled out their swords and sabers. Terrifying moonlight shadows appeared on their bodies. At the same time, a few people said, elders, seniors, this kid is too presumptuous. Why don't we join forces to take him down? The people of Thunder God City nodded. All right, let's join forces. Many people rushed out. The people of the Golden Crow clan did not say anything, but it seemed that they were about to make a move. 2 figures walked out. The people of the Demon City's side did not make a move for the time being, because if the 3 sides joined forces, the other party would definitely die. There was no need for them to join forces. They only needed to watch the tigers fight. Come, today I, Lin Xian, will start a massacre. Lin Xian pulled out the unparalleled sword and the great destruction spear. One of them was like a dragon, while the other side was filled with demonic energy. The murderous aura on his body was really too sharp. What? You want to bully me with numbers? Ask your grandpa dragon first if I agree. The Crimson Dragon also flew over. The North Demon and Black Mountain also came to Lin Xian's side. The aura on their bodies was also incomparably terrifying. Lin Wuti actually had helpers. Everyone was surprised, but there were only 3 of them. Facing dozens of experts, could he defeat them? Humph, kid, I'll let you all go to hell today. The people of Thunder God City laughed sinisterly. The people of the New Moon Clan were murderous. The 2 powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan were even more furious. A great battle was about to break out. However, at this moment, an array flickered in the sky, and countless people were directly teleported over. Who dares to attack my Wushuang city? His voice was incomparably sharp. Everyone was shocked. The people of Wushuang city had arrived. Countless figures descended and came to Lin Xian's side. Greetings, eldest senior brother. Many people bowed to Lin Xian. These people were the third-generation disciples, and Lin Xian was their eldest senior brother. Chapter 38:16. The people of Peerless City had arrived. Many people screamed. Even the people from the Thunder God City, the Golden Crow clan, and the New Moon clan stopped and frowned. Eldest senior brother, what should we do next? We'll listen to you. Shui Tiancheng, Gui Li, Shibu Fan, Wang Xiaofeng, and the others were among them. Lin Xian looked around and didn't see Xin Jingqiu. He asked, "Where is Qiu Er?" Senior sister Jingqiu has something to do, so she didn't come with us. However, she will go to planet Tianming, Wang Xiaofeng said. Hearing this, Lin Xian nodded. Then he turned his head and looked at the people of Thunder God City, Golden Crow clan, and New Moon clan. He asked, "Someone is provoking Peerless City. What should you do?" "Kill." Gui Li pulled out a ghost sword. Shibu Fan, Shui Tiancheng, and the others also pulled out their swords. "Kill." Their killing intent shook the sky and the 9 heavens. Very good. Lin Xian also raised his sword, his eyes bursting with killing intent. He drew a spatial crack in front of him, and those who crossed the line would be killed without mercy. A cold voice sounded. The people of Peerless City were filled with killing intent. The people around were completely stunned. Song Tinya was too handsome and too powerful. Not only was Lin Wudi strong, but the geniuses of Peerless City were also very powerful. The people of New Moon clan had ugly expressions. They knew that it was impossible to kill the other party today. They could only look at the Golden Crow clan and Thunder God City. Seniors, do you really want to see the other party be so arrogant? They were trying to provoke the minor saints. Although there were many geniuses from Peerless City, none of them were minor saints. As long as a minor saint made a move, they could definitely defeat them. The people around were also in an uproar. Lin Xian frowned. These people of New Moon clan were really courting death. Did they really think that he wouldn't dare to make a move? Senior brother Lin, don't worry. Shui Tiancheng stood out and looked forward. Minor saints, right? Do you really think that Peerless City doesn't have any? Senior brother Hongya will arrive soon, and the other second-generation senior brothers will also come. At that time, they will spar with the minor saints. Fu Hongya too? Everyone sucked in a cold breath. Fu Hongya was too strong. Ordinary minor saints were no match for her. The other party was threatening him. Indeed, the faces of the people of the Thunder Saint City turned ugly. Even the experts of the Golden Crow clan furrowed their brows. The atmosphere was heavy for a moment. Those people in the distance didn't know whether to fight or not. However, no one dared to speak. However, a person spoke. It was that witch. She walked up to him with a smile. He smiled and said, "Gentlemen, do you still want to fight?" Hearing this, Lei Xingqing's face turned even darker. The elite of the Golden Crow tribe also snorted coldly. The demoness laughed. "I know you are all geniuses. If you want to fight, it won't be too late to fight another day. I have a suggestion. Why don't we stop here today? 3 days later, there will be a heavenly devil overturning domain in the vicinity. I wonder if everyone is interested in watching it. Heavenly demon cover." Many people's expressions changed, revealing a wisp of surprise. "Is your demonic palace inviting us?" The little saint of Thunder God said. The little saints from Myriad Demon City were also tempted. The demoness said with a smile, "Naturally, not only you. We also want to invite the whole world. However, it's only limited to the young geniuses. Elders, please don't compete with us juniors." "All right, then I'll give the demoness face. 3 days later, right? I'll go back and prepare." The little saint of Thunder God City turned around and left with his people. The people of Myriad Demon City also left. The experts of the New Moon clan and the Golden Crow clan also left. The demoness looked at Lin Xian and said with a smile, "Lin Gongzi's strength is so strong. 3 days later, he must not miss it. The demoness also left, leaving only the people of Wushuang City. These people breathed a sigh of relief. Lin Xian asked, "What is the heavenly demon cover?" Shui Tianqin said it was a method of the demonic palace. It was rumored that the demonic palace was in the heavenly demon cover. It didn't have a fixed location, but was always floating. Lin Xian was surprised that the demonic palace was so mysterious. Gui Li also frowned. What do these demons want to do? Invite so many young geniuses and experts to the heavenly demon cover. Don't tell me they want to capture all these young geniuses and monopolize the heavenly fate star. Hearing this, many people sucked in a cold breath. However, Sherbufan shook his head. What you said is feasible, but have you thought about the consequences? If so many geniuses died in the saint cities, they would join hands to destroy the demonic palace. At that time, the demonic palace would be in a very miserable state. So I think they don't want to kill geniuses, but I don't know what they are planning. Should we go and take a look 3 days later? All right. Lin Xian nodded. Now, let's set up camp in this world. Whoever wants to go 3 days later, come with me. Then, everyone set up camp. The news of the heavenly demon cover was also spread out. The young geniuses on the 4 moons were greatly tempted. It was rumored that the heavenly demon cover was very mysterious. It was a floating world. The demonic palace was inside. It was rumored that the demonic palace was a very ancient palace. Tens of thousands of years ago, it was obtained and refined by a powerful demon, forming the demonic palace. There were many secrets inside. If they could go in, they might be able to investigate. So, the large families of the saint cities sent their geniuses to prepare to go. Outer realm. In a pitch-black starry sky, the witch and the others rushed back. The witch took out a token with the word demon written on it. She gently shook it, and the void in front of her rippled. The witch and the others walked in. After entering, the scenery changed greatly. Inside, there were palaces, pavilions, mountains, and rivers. Of course, they were all dyed with a layer of black, demonic qi. This was the place where the demons lived. Greetings, witch. The people in the demonic palace bowed. The witch flew all the way until she came to a palace and walked in. Protector, the news has been spread. That person has been investigated. It's Lin Wudi. He should be here in 3 days. Not only him, we've also invited the 4 moons. Most of the young geniuses who came to participate in the heavenly fate star will come. At that time, we'll know if there's hope. In front of her, there were 4 figures. They were sitting cross-legged in the void. When they heard the witch's words, they opened their eyes. Understood. One of the elders said in a deep voice. The witch said, "I'm sorry to disturb the 4 elders. I'll take my leave now." After saying that, she turned around and left. However, at this moment, another elder spoke. Ying. The witch stopped, turned her head, and asked respectfully, "Protector, is there anything else? Are you unhappy that we didn't choose you?" Ying didn't dare to. The witch knelt on the ground. One of the figures landed and turned into an old woman. He was wearing a black cloak and was leaning on a purple walking stick as he walked over. This matter is really too important to the demonic palace. Therefore, we have to treat it seriously. You're talented, but you're not the most suitable candidate. Chapter 38:17. 3 days later in the outer realm, the young geniuses and experts on the 4 moons rose into the air and followed the witch to the outer realm. At this moment, the outer realm was incomparably dark. There was no light at all. Everyone knew that this was the sky demon shroud. Lin Xian felt the terrifying demonic qi and was extremely shocked. Was this the demon race? Suddenly, he felt the great destruction spear in his body tremble. It also emitted a shocking demonic qi that penetrated his body. Don't be agitated. It's not the time for you to attack. Lin Xian suppressed the demonic qi and comforted it. The Great Destruction Spear. The Great Destruction Spear was the sacred weapon of the great demon race. It was passed down from generations of great demons. It was abnormally ancient. Previously, Lin Xian had killed a great demon and forcefully snatched it. He used the great dragon sword soul to cleanse it every day, causing the demonic will inside to dissipate. In its place, it was incomparably close to him. Lin Xian could use it with ease now. At this moment, the demonic qi released by the Great Destruction Spear must have been infected by the Sky Demon Shroud. In front, the witch smiled and said, "Everyone, please follow me." She took out the Sky Demon token and shook it gently. Instantly, a crack opened in the Sky Demon Shroud, and the witch walked in. The others also followed suit. After entering, everyone exclaimed. The Sky Demon Shroud was too vast. It was a world of its own. Mountains and rivers, a magnificent scene. Moreover, whether it was the mountains, rivers, or trees, they were all covered in a layer of demonic qi. They felt a terrifying suppression here. If they attacked here, they would probably use 30% of the duck's strength. The northern demon frowned. The crimson dragon also muttered, "What a strange place." The black mountain also came, but he had already entered the black earth. It seemed that he didn't care. In addition to the northern demon and the crimson dragon, Shibu Fan and Wang Xiaofeng from the Water Sky City also came. They also followed Lin Xian. After the group of people entered, they looked around. The people in the Sky Demon Shroud were all from the demon race. At this moment, they also came out and looked around curiously. The geniuses of the demon race also came up to interact with the surrounding experts and geniuses. On Lin Xian's side, another person also flew over. It was a tall man with a monstrous demonic aura. He was wearing a black armor and had an extraordinary bearing. This must be Lin Gongzi. I've long heard of your great name. Now that I've met you, you're indeed extraordinary. The tall man looked at Lin Xian, his eyes shining brightly. Lin Xian said, "You flatter me. It's just some rumors. Don't take it seriously. Lin Gongzi, let me introduce you. This is one of the top geniuses of our demonic palace. His name is Emoku." The witch floated over and introduced Lin Xian to Lin Xian with a smile. She became Lin Xian's guide. When the others saw this, they all frowned, especially Lei Xinqing and the Golden Crow tribe. They all harumphed coldly. A cold glint appeared in their eyes. What did the other party mean? Did the other party think that Lin Wudi was the best among them? Otherwise, why would the witch stay by his side and not come to them? Although the ones who received them were all young and beautiful women, and some dazzling geniuses, compared to the witch, their status was still lacking. One day, I'll teach this kid a lesson. The people of Thunder God City gritted their teeth. A few young geniuses of the Golden Crow tribe burst out with cold killing intent in their eyes. "Everyone, please follow me." Speaking until here, the witch whistled softly. Countless demonic crows flew over from afar. Those demonic crows were completely black. After landing, these geniuses walked up and flew in the sky with them. The mountains and rivers below became small. Everyone also felt a demonic wind blowing over. After flying for a while, the demonic aura in front of them suddenly filled the air. There was a palace floating inside, faintly discernible. The aura emitted shocked everyone, instantly attracting countless gazes. What was that? There was a floating palace there. Could it be that that was the legendary demonic palace? Countless screams rang out. The eyes of the geniuses of Thunder God City and the Golden Crow tribe burst out with bright light. They stared straight ahead. Lin Xian was also surprised. This was the demonic palace, right? It indeed had a mysterious aura. He used the heavenly secret divine eye to observe, but found that it was blocked by a layer of demonic aura. The crimson dragon also muttered. It was rumored that the demonic palace contained endless secrets. If they could enter it, perhaps, he chuckled. Lin Xian glared at him. Don't mess around. This is the territory of the demon race. Don't worry, I know. The Crimson Dragon shook his head. It seemed that he was still unwilling to give up. The witch smiled. She waved her hand and led the demonic crows away from the demonic palace, flying into the distance. At the same time, she said that this place was the core of the demon race. Our demon race was named after this place. Next, everyone went to other places to take a look. Then they landed in the palace below. The experts of the demon race invited these geniuses. Everyone walked into the palace. Everyone, this way, please. The witch led them in. But soon, someone came out and whispered a few words. The witch smiled. I know. She said, this way, please. She changed her direction and walked to the other side. Everyone was surprised. Could it be that there was someone else ahead? Lin Xian asked curiously, is there a guest in the demonic palace? Yes, there is. Moreover, he just arrived. I didn't know. The witch said with a smile. What kind of guest is this? How dare he be so arrogant? The people of Thunder God City snorted. They were unhappy as they felt that they were being ignored. The Sky Pride of the Golden Crow race snorted coldly. Witch, can you tell us? His voice was incomparably sharp, as if there was no room for doubt. The demoness glanced at the prodigy from the Golden Crow tribe, and a smile appeared on her face. She also knew that this genius from the Golden Crow race was extremely terrifying. His dermic powers reached the heavens. His name was Jean Patian. The witch stopped and looked at Jean Patian with a smile. This person had a great background. He came from the Great Desolate Mansion. He was the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. Huang Shi-san. What? It's him. Everyone was shocked. Jean Potion's face changed. The previous Huang Zi. The people of Thunder God City were shocked. They had heard of him long ago, but they didn't expect him to come. At this moment, these young Sky Prides were extremely shocked. Lin Xian was surprised. Who is this Huang Shi-san? Is he very powerful? He didn't know much about the major forces in the second astral realm. Wang Xiaofeng said, Of course he's powerful. The witch looked at Lin Xian and smiled. Lin Gongzi, are you not familiar with Huang Shi-san? Let me introduce him to you. Huang Shi-san is from the Great Desolate Mansion. He is the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. The Great Desolate Mansion is also a member of the Saint City. Do you understand now? Thank you for the information. Lin Xian nodded. He was surprised. The previous Huang Zi was the chief disciple and a leading figure. What is he doing here? He doesn't seem to be from the younger generation. Chapter 38:18. Lin Gongzi probably didn't know that Huang Shi-san was as famous as Fu Hongyan in the past. His name shook the second astral realm, and his cultivation base was unfathomable. Lin Xian sucked in a breath of cold air when he heard this. He was well aware of how powerful his senior brother, Fu Hongya, was. Some of the small saints were shocked. They didn't expect Huang Shi-san to be as famous as Fu Hongya. It seemed like he had underestimated Huang Shi-san. When the others heard Fu Hongya's name, they swallowed their saliva in shock. Huang Shi-san was definitely someone they looked up to. Fortunately, Huang Shi-san wasn't from their generation, so they didn't have to face him directly. At this moment, a Sky Pride of the New Moon clan spoke. Could you introduce us to Huang Shi-san? Yeah. It wasn't easy to meet such a legendary figure. Demon City and Thunder God City also spoke. Even Jean Patian was tempted. The legendary Huang Shi-san of the previous generation. How powerful was he? Well, I'll give it a try. The Shi-san said a few words to Mo-ku and led the way. The group walked towards the east. After passing through a few buildings, they finally arrived at a great hall. The great hall was majestic, and laughter could be heard from time to time. However, it was blocked by a screen and a formation. They couldn't see it at all. They could only vaguely see a tall figure sitting there with his legs crossed. What a terrifying aura. They could feel the exuberant chi and blood of the person standing outside. It was as if they were melting in a furnace. Everyone, please wait for a moment. I'll give it a try. The Shir-san walked in while the others waited anxiously. Many of them were excited. After waiting for a while, the Shir-san came out with an unnatural expression. They didn't notice it and asked eagerly, "Can we go in now?" The people of the New Moon clan asked. The people of Demon City and Thunder God City also said the same thing. "Yes, Shir-san, please lead the way." The Shir-san took a deep breath and smiled. Everyone, young Master Huang, said that it's inconvenient for him. "Why don't I bring you to visit other places?" Everyone was stunned when they heard that. The Crimson Dragon snorted coldly. "Wow, he's so arrogant." Lin Xian frowned as well. This Huang Shir-san was way too arrogant, wasn't he? How dare he avoid meeting with so many geniuses? Come to think of it, after all, the other party was an influential figure from a few hundred years ago. Looking at them now, it was like a big brother looking at a little brother. He probably wouldn't be interested. The surrounding geniuses immediately understood what was going on, and their faces turned ugly. He didn't want to see them. They were so angry that they were trembling. Which one of them wasn't a genius? Now that they had gathered together, it was truly a terrifying group of people. They even dared to challenge an elder of the Little Saint realm. But now the other party had completely ignored them and directly disappeared. How arrogant was this? However, they also knew that the other party was the last generation's Huang Zi, equally famous as Fu Hongye, so he indeed had the right to be arrogant. However, the feeling of being looked down upon was really too unpleasant. The top genius of the Golden Crow race, Jean Patian, stepped out and said, "Jean Wuzu, Jean Patian." When he heard that the previous prince was here, he specially came to meet him. His voice was like a clap of thunder spreading into the crowd. The surrounding geniuses were stunned. They didn't expect the expert of the Golden Crow race to be so bold. Even those from the demon race were taken aback. The witch and Mo quickly went in. They were afraid that Huang Shir-san would be angry. After a while, the two of them walked out. This time, a figure walked out behind the two of them. That person's body emitted incomparable light, and his aura was abnormally strong. Could it be that Huang Shir-san had come out? Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect the genius of the Golden Crow race to be so respected. Jean Potion's face was also filled with joy. Did you see that? This was the strength of the Golden Crow race. Others couldn't invite him out, but he could. Emoka said, "Young Master Huang had something important to do inside and couldn't leave. So, he drew an avatar and came to meet everyone." Why didn't they welcome him? As soon as those words came out, everyone was very uncomfortable. They had to welcome a mere avatar. Everyone was unhappy. However, no one dared to object. That was because the aura of an incarnation was already very terrifying. "Greetings, young Master Huang." With someone taking the lead, the others didn't dare to be careless and bowed to him. Mo Ku, who was by the side, started introducing to young Master Huang. This was the genius of Lei Xin, the genius of the New Moon race. This was the genius of the Golden Crow race, Jean Patian. Hearing that, the figure in front of him turned and stared at Jean Patian. Jean Patian immediately tensed up and revealed a look of shock. To be honest, he was too stunned. Previously, in his opinion, an incarnation was nothing. He didn't think much of it, but now he felt that all his secrets were seen through by the other party. This avatar wasn't something he could resist. Therefore, he put away his arrogance. This was Lin Gongzi Lin Wudi. Mo started to introduce Lin Xian and the others. Huang Shir-san frowned after hearing that. "Lin Wudi, you're overestimating yourself. How dare you call yourself invincible?" His eyes were filled with disdain. Lin Xian furrowed his brows. The people from Peerless City also looked displeased. Was this guy looking down on them? Seeing that, the surrounding people were overjoyed. This was great. Some of them were prepared to create a small conflict, like Lei Xin. It would be best to let Huang Shi-san and Lin Wuti fight. This way it would be the best. A genius of Lei Xin's city sneered. Young Master Huang didn't know that Lin Wuti was very arrogant. Yeah, it was said that he didn't care about any of the sacred city's geniuses. A person of the new moon race sneered. Young Master Huang probably didn't know that Lin Wuti was the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Wushuang City. Hearing that, Huang Shi-san's eyes shone with a cold light enveloping Lin Xian. Suddenly, Lin Xian felt a great pressure. The hearts of Shibu Fan and the others from Water Sky City were beating wildly. You're from Wushuang City? He said coldly. That's right. Lin Xian's face darkened and he nodded. The other party was too aggressive. Kid, you're too arrogant. Don't think that you have the right to be arrogant just because you're the chief disciple. From now on, you're not allowed to call yourself invincible. If you dare to call me that again, I'll break your legs the next time I see you. Everyone's face changed when they heard that. The people of Wushuang City narrowed their eyes. Lin Xian's face darkened and he sneered. My name has nothing to do with you. This guy dared to talk back to Huang Shi-san. Does he want to die? Everyone was shocked. Even Jean Patian was stunned. To be honest, when he faced Huang Shi-san, he didn't dare to fight back. He didn't expect that Huang Shi-san would dare to fight back. Chapter 38:19. The people of the New Moon clan sneered. Great, this brat doesn't know what's good for him. It would be best if he angered Huang 13. Then he would be killed mercilessly. But at the same time they were shocked. Lin Xian was too strong, even when he was facing Huang 13. If they didn't get rid of him today, they would be suppressed for the rest of their lives. To be honest, they targeted Lin Xian and wanted to kill Lin Xian because they were afraid of Lin Xian. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Huang 13 sneered. You dare to provoke me? Look at them, who dares to go against me? You don't know what's good for you. You think I won't dare to touch you just because you're from Wushuang City? Kid, let me tell you why. Even I don't dare to use the word invincible. Who do you think you are? That was Huang 13's mentality. He was high and mighty, and other than a few people, he didn't put the others in his eyes. Even someone like him didn't dare to call himself invincible. How could an ant use it? That was why he was dissatisfied. What a joke. There were many things you didn't dare to use. But why couldn't others use it? There was no such logic in this world. Lin Xian didn't back down. His heart of martial arts was very firm. His goal was to become a great emperor. He wanted to surpass all ancient times and stand above everything. How could he change his mind just because of a few words from Huang 13? If that's the case, what's the point of walking the path of a great emperor? He might as well go home and sell sweet potatoes. Kid, do you know who you're facing? Huang 13's face darkened, and a shocking killing intent emerged. At that moment, everyone felt their hair stand on end. Even the people from the demonic palace changed their faces. The woman gave Lin Xian a look, telling him not to act rashly. Lin Xian's expression was cold. He couldn't back down under such a strong gaze. Kid, you're arrogant, but you don't know what's good for you. Even your senior brother, Fu Hongya, didn't dare to talk to me like that. You, Huang 13, took a step forward. You have two choices. First, kneel down and kowtow, admit your mistake, and take back your words. And from now on, they were not allowed to use the word invincible. Secondly, you can persevere. However, I will personally kill you. Today, I will let you die in the desolate spring. Choose for yourself. As soon as he said this, the faces of the people from Peerless City changed. The Northern Demon and Crimson Dragon's faces darkened. This was too arrogant. They hadn't provoked the other party, and they didn't even know each other. Just because Lin Xian gave them a title, the other party wanted to kill them? This king is so angry. The crimson dragon gnashed its teeth, while Lin Xian's expression turned even colder. To be honest, he didn't understand why the other party was targeting him. Although it was a little arrogant of him to use the title of invincible, so what? This was his own matter. Why would the other party target him like this? Perhaps there were other reasons other than the word invincible. Could it be because of his identity? At the thought of this, he quickly sent a voice transmission. Who knew about desolate 13's past? Shi Sui Tian Chin thought for a while and said, I've heard of it. 500 years ago, there were a few people who were very outstanding. Senior brother Fu Hongya was one of them, and the other was Desolate 13. At that time, the two of them were at the peak of their power, and they even fought many times. Desolate 13 didn't seem to have the upper hand against senior brother Fu Hongyu. Understood. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. Desolate 13 had been defeated by Fu Hongya, and he hated the entire Peerless City. Now that they were the newcomers of Peerless City, they would naturally be suppressed by the other party. Lin Xian sneered after he understood this. Two choices? What a bold claim. The great desolate mansion can't control Peerless City. Let me tell you now. My choice. I choose the third choice. I will not change Invincible Lin's title, nor will I apologize to you, nor will I die in your hands. Lin Xian's voice resounded through the 9 heavens, and everyone was moved. Many people were shocked. Invincible Lin was too strong, and his martial will was too firm. His future was immeasurable. Moreover, they were impressed by his courage. Some of them sneered. Haha, how dare you provoke Desolate 13. Let's see how you're going to die this time. You don't have a third choice. Since you don't want to kowtow and apologize, I'll have to do it myself. A terrifying aura appeared in Desolate 13's hand. Do you have the audacity to attack me? Aren't you from the same generation as senior brother Fu Hongyu? Are you going to attack the younger generation? You're really something. Did you lose to senior brother Fu Hongyu back then? That's why you want to target our Peerless City in particular. Shut up. You're courting death. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. Who told you that I lost to Fu Hongyu? The killing intent on his body became even more terrifying. Lin Xian wasn't afraid, and his body shone with golden light. I'm right. If you're really capable, go and fight senior brother Fu. Let's see if you're a match for him. Now you're bullying the younger generation. What kind of ability are you? I look down on you. Lin Xian's eyes were filled with disdain. What a sharp-tongued brat. I didn't expect someone like you to appear in Peerless City after a few hundred years. You're too arrogant. Today, I'll have to teach you a lesson. How should you face the experts of your generation? I'm not going to bully you. My incarnation is at the 5th heaven. If you can defeat my incarnation, I'll let you go. If you can't, then you'll have to prepare to die. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. His eyes were filled with killing intent, and he looked like he was about to attack. Young Master Huang, this isn't a good idea. The demon lady walked out with a frown. This time, she had brought these geniuses here for an extremely important matter. It was related to their demonic palace, especially Lin Xian, who they thought highly of. If Lin Xian were to be killed or beaten to the point that not even his bones remained, then their plan would be ruined. You don't have to care about this matter. It has nothing to do with demonic palace. I'm just teaching this brat a lesson. Desolate 13's voice was cold. Even though he was in demonic palace, he still didn't give the demon lady any face. Brat, are you ready to die? Desolate 13's voice was cold as he looked ahead again. Lin Xian's face was cold. On the other side, the Crimson Dragon was furious. Damn it! Grandpa Dragon will teach you a lesson. He wanted to rush out, but he was stopped by the Northern Demon. Don't be rash. The demon lady frowned. Young Master Huang, this is demonic palace. Leave some leeway for us in the future. Leave some leeway. What can you do if I go all out today? Desolate 13 turned around and stared at the demon lady. The demon lady's body tensed up as if she was facing a formidable enemy. Those from Demonic Palace were shocked as well. They rushed forward to persuade the demon lady. This was a ruthless and powerful person. Although he was just an incarnation, no one dared to provoke him. After all, his real body was still here. The demon lady might not be able to stop such a person. Chapter 38:20. Humph! The witch was also angered to the point where her small face became ice cold. When had they ever suffered such humiliation in their own territory? She shouted, "Lin Gongzi, let's go." As he spoke, he wanted to leave with Lin Xian. Did I allow you to leave? Either you kowtow and apologize, change your title, or you die. There was no other choice. Baron Mountain took a step forward and blocked the path. At the same time, his terrifying aura sealed the entire area. The surrounding geniuses trembled in fear and quickly backed off. This was a person who was crazy to the extreme. Lin Xian turned around and stared at Huang Shan. You really want to fight me? You want to use your incarnation. That's right. Do you dare? Lin Xian laughed. Why wouldn't I? However, I'm afraid that I'll kill your incarnation and you'll come out with your real body. How about this? You can come out with your real body and suppress your cultivation base. We'll be on the same level. I'll kill you like a dog. Lin Xian's words were shocking. Thousands of lightning bolts fell from the sky. My real body? You're not worthy. Unless your senior brother Fu Hongye is here, none of you will fight with my real body. I'm already giving you face by using my incarnation to fight with you. At this point, the clone attacked, not giving Lin Xian any choice at all. A palm struck out, shattering heaven and earth. Not good. Beside Lin Xian, the faces of Shirbufan and the others changed. They could feel a violent force trying to destroy them. Step back. I'll fight him. Lin Xian waved his hand and asked everyone to step back. At the same time, he shouted and punched out. Boom! His palm collided with his opponent's, causing heaven and earth to shatter. A terrifying aura swept out in all directions. The surrounding geniuses were all pushed back by the force. The witch screamed, He's crazy. He's really crazy. She was dissatisfied with Huang Shan's strength, but she did not expect Lin Xian to accept the challenge. In her opinion, none of the young geniuses dared to fight against someone like Huang Shan. Even if it was just an incarnation, they would not be able to defeat it. However, Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he continued to attack. Could the other party really withstand it? She wanted to make a move, but at that moment, an aged voice rang out in her ears. Don't stop them, let them fight. It just so happens that we want to see how talented this kid is. Hearing this, the witch's body shook. She transmitted her voice and said, Yes, Protector, I understand. She knew that the 4 great protectors of the demonic palace had already begun to watch the battle from the surroundings. If the 2 of you want to fight, sure. My demonic palace will provide the venue. At this point, she waved her hand and activated the formation. The boundless demonic chi in the surroundings transformed into strange runes that shrouded the entire area. They have activated a supreme defensive formation. The others also retreated to the distance, nervously watching the battle. Boom! Lin Xian made his move. His entire body was like a kunping. His speed was extremely fast as he charged forward. Daring to take the initiative to attack me, your courage is commendable, but today you will die without a doubt. Huang Shi-san sneered. Although it was just a clone, he was extremely confident. He raised his palm and struck forward. A thunderous sound was heard, and the void was shattered by his attack. Boom! Lin Xian struck out tens of fists that shone brightly in the sky. They were like tens of suns as they collided with the opponent's palm. Heaven and earth shattered. The two forces came from all directions. At this moment, everyone was stunned. They didn't expect that Lin Xian would really make his move. Moreover, from the looks of it, Lin Xian was able to go against Huang Shursan. Although it was just a clone, it was too incredible. Huang Shursan was already famous 500 years ago. Not to mention now, this kid was so strong. Jean Potion's face turned serious. The people from Lei, Shenqing, and Thousand Demons City narrowed their eyes. The people from the demonic palace were also stunned. Even the experts from the demonic palace who were watching the battle in the dark were shocked. The four great protectors were interested. This kid was incredible. If he meets the last condition, then this person, we must get our hands on him. Even though it was just a simple exchange of blows, everyone could tell that Lin Xian's talent and his physique were simply way too strong. Blocking the opponent's palm, Lin Xian sneered. "Is this your strength? You said that you wanted to kill me, but that's all you got." "What, Huang Shursan? That's just an empty title. You don't deserve to be on the same level as my senior brother Hong Yi." "Ignorant." Huang Shursan snorted. His eyes shone brightly. He charged forward. His palm was like a ball of fire that danced. It was so bright that everyone couldn't open their eyes. One could imagine how terrifying that palm was. "Kill." Lin Xian didn't dodge. He waved his 9 suns' divine fist and fought back. His golden fist exploded. At the same time, the black qilin tattoo on his body jumped. It was a human-shaped qilin. Huang Shursan's palm was pushed back. The Crimson Dragon exclaimed, "Damn, is it really just a clone? How can it be so strong?" The North Demons were shocked too. They knew how strong Lin Xian's physique was. But now, there was someone who could fight against Lin Xian's physique. And it was just a clone. That was unbelievable. One had to admit that Huang Shursan was too strong. Lin Xian noticed it too, but he wasn't afraid. Huang Shursan was a generation older than him. It was normal for him to be strong, but he was confident that he could destroy Huang Shursan's clone. Buzz! Lin Xian summoned the 5 elemental laws and formed a sword. He slashed down. The palm was sliced open. What a terrifying sword technique! Everyone was shocked. They had seen how terrifying it was, but it still couldn't block the sword. Lin Xian's sword qi was even more terrifying than his physique. Huang Shursan was stunned too. His eyes shone brightly. He raised his hand and slashed out a blade. That blade was like the river Styx. It rolled in the sky and could kill gods and Buddhas. The surrounding geniuses were all trembling. That blade seemed to be able to cut them in half. The blade and sword clashed. In the blink of an eye, 30 moves had passed. The void was shattered and the ground was sunken. It was like the end of the world. Lin Xian crossed his arms and slammed down. An immortal pagoda appeared in the endless demonic aura and slammed down. In an instant, it shattered the desolate blade. Not only that, it even sent Huang Shursan's clone flying. What is that? It's too scary. Some people's pupils shrank. Even the people of the older generation from the demonic palace exclaimed in surprise. The aura brought forth by the pagoda was truly too extraordinary. Why did it feel like the hidden immortal pagoda? Some people's mouths were dry. They had read about the hidden immortal pagoda in ancient books. The pagoda that Lin Xian had conjured right now was simply too similar. Could it be that he had seen the hidden immortal pagoda before? These people were dumbfounded. Chapter 38:21. Arg. Huang Shursan raised his head and roared. The desolate's aura on his body continued to gather, and the laws of nature gathered together to form a peerless saber that he held in his hand. Slash! He slashed out more than 30 times, shattering heaven and earth. The void collapsed silently. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda clashed once again. The hidden immortal pagoda shook violently as if it was going to shatter at any moment. Lin Xian's expression changed. The hidden immortal pagoda was so powerful that it had never failed. But now, it was showing signs of collapsing under Lin Xian's long blade. How powerful was he? Humph! Lin Xian harumphed coldly. The great dragon sword spirit in his body was activated, emitting a monstrous sword chi. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda became more solid. Not only that, the sky in the other 4 directions was shattered, and 3 more immortal bearing pagoda appeared. The pagodas suppressed Huang, Shan together. The surrounding people were so scared that they almost peed their pants. This method was too strong. This Lin Wudi's divine ability was too terrifying. For hidden immortal pagoda, even Jean Potion's eyelids were twitching. It would be difficult for him to escape. This should be Lin Xian's strongest skill. Huang Chueting guessed. Otherwise, he would not dare to believe it. The New Moon clan, Lei Xinqing, and the people of Demon City were gritting their teeth. The 4 illusory hidden immortal pagoda rushed down. Even the powerful Huang Shan was trembling. His eyes were filled with shock. An ant in his eyes actually had such ability. It was really beyond his expectations. "You're strong, but I won't lose." With a roar, his body suddenly enlarged, turning into a giant that could support the heavens and the earth. This giant was too strange. There were countless chains on his body, as if he was locked in the void. However, he could still move. He slapped out his palm, which was as big as the sky, and sent one of the hidden immortal pagoda flying. At the same time, he continued to attack. This was the power of desolation. The demoness screamed. And Moku's expression was solemn. How could there be such power in the world? This Huang Shan was really terrifying. After an intense collision, the giant sent the 4 desolation pagoda flying. However, he did not feel good. Many cracks appeared on his body, as if his body was about to shatter. However, he did not shatter in the end. His body shrunk and returned to normal. He looked at Lin Xian. "What other tricks do you have up your sleeves? Otherwise, I'll take your life. You are very strong and worthy of my full strength." Lin Xian's eyes shone with a resolute light. He felt his blood boiling. It had been a long time since he last fought. He wasn't going to hold back. He was going to unleash all of his power and divine abilities to the fullest. Jean Patian didn't believe that this guy was bragging. The people of Thunder City were smirking. However, the dark red divine dragon sucked in a breath of cold air. *CK, this is also a battle maniac. They knew, as well. They knew how strong Lin Xian. If he was to fight too. These people would probably be dumbfounded. He crossed his arms, and endless power gathered in front of him again. This time, a huge cauldron was formed. The dragon-patterned cauldron appeared, bringing with it a shocking power. Everyone was stunned. What kind of power was this? Why did it feel like it was no weaker than the hidden immortal pagoda? What kind of power did this kid have? It was too strange. They did not know that the great dragon sword spirit could transform everything. After Lin Xian created the dragon-patterned cauldron, he grabbed it and threw it forward. This was something that was even more frightening than an ancient mountain. The void could not withstand it in an instant. Boom! Huang Shan was sent flying, crashing into countless mountains and rivers. Lin Xian stomped his feet and leaped up like a giant ape. The dragon-patterned cauldron in his hand kept attacking. Huang Shan was defeated. He could not fight back at all. No way. Huang Shan was suppressed. Everyone's eyes almost popped out. Although it was just a clone, who could suppress it? But Lin Xian did it. Huang Shan roared in anger. He wanted to fight back, but Lin Xian's aura was too strong. His divine body was fully activated, and the black Qilin tattoo covered his body. The dragon-patterned cauldron in his hand was incomparably heavy. The 2 dragons seemed to come alive, and they could destroy heaven and earth. Boom! Another intense collision occurred. Huang Shi-san was sent flying, crashing into the ground so deep that the bottom couldn't be seen. Everyone's scalp went numb. They wanted to see how Huang Shi-san was doing. However, Lin Xian's pupils shrank. Not good. He moved sideways and at the same time turned around and attacked. Behind him, a biting cold aura hit him and sent him flying. He spat out a mouthful of blood, staining the dragon pattern cauldron red. He turned around and saw Huang Shi-san turn into a stream of light, charging at him. Go to hell, brat. Huang Shi-san's hair was disheveled, and his body was surrounded by light. He was like a demon king, full of murderous intent. Obviously, the loss he suffered just now had made him go berserk. Some people were terrified that Lin Wuti was injured. The people of Demon City and Thunder God City sneered. That's right. How could Lin Wuti defeat Huang Shi-san? That's right. Just one of his clones could kill him. Kid, it's useless. Although your divine ability is strong, you can't kill me. But I, on the other hand, can take your life. Huang Shi-san emitted a biting cold light and turned into two blades. His attacks were extremely sharp. This technique could be called a divine weapon. Lin Xian's body was trembling, and his blood was boiling. Buzz! Another attack. The dragon pattern cauldron was shattered by the two blades. Lin Xian retreated. His black hair fluttered in the wind, and his body turned into rays of sword chi swimming around him. Sword! With a roar, the dragon sword soul let out a loud dragon roar. Thousands of rays of sword chi rushed out of Lin Xian's body. They moved between heaven and earth, turning into a sea of swords. With a wave of his arm, the sky full of sword chi slashed forward, drowning Huang Shi-san. Damn, he's too violent. Every sword could kill a sage. With so many sword chi attacking at the same time, everyone was shocked. This Lin Wuti was really too strong. Could it be that he really had the charm of a young great emperor? Damn it, who could suppress such a person? At this moment, the experts were shocked. The people of Saint City gasped. Perhaps only their chief disciples, the peerless geniuses, could suppress Lin Wuti. Roar! In front of them, there was a roar and the ground shook. The sky, full of sword chi, was torn apart, and a figure rushed out. Kid, you've angered me. I'm going to tear you into pieces. At this moment, countless rays of sword chi appeared on Huang Shi-san's body. It was unusually cold and turned into a torrent. It fought against the sky, full of sword chi. Chapter 38:22. This person is too powerful. The dark divine dragon exclaimed. He had never seen anyone who could go against Lin Xian to such an extent. This person was too strong. The crimson dragon had followed Lin Xian all the way. He knew that Lin Xian had many powerful enemies. However, each of them was earth-shattering. For example, the great demon and Yen Nantian had powerful backgrounds. One was a mortal enemy, and the other was the successor of a great emperor. That was why he was able to fight Lin Xian to a standstill. But now, Lin Xian was able to do the same with just a clone. This was unbelievable. Is this your true strength? Interesting. Don't disappoint me. You'd better not disappoint me. Lin Xian sneered. Everyone was stunned. Was Lin Wuti just toying with Lin Xian? If that was the case, it was too scary. Stop pretending. I'll kill you now. The sky was filled with saber light. Both of Huang Shi-san's arms released divine power, turning into two sabers that surrounded Lin Xian. Kill! Lin Xian roared. He charged into the sky and clashed with the two sabers. Boom! Everyone's ears were about to be torn apart. In the next moment, a figure was sent flying. In the sky, countless laws were shattered. Cracks appeared on Huang Shi-san's arms as he was sent flying. Kill! Lin Xian waved his arms. Endless sword qi turned into dragons, qilins, phoenixes, and all kinds of other forms that appeared in the sky. Lin Xian seemed to have created a world of sword qi that pressed down from the sky. Huang Shi-san was suppressed again, and this time his injuries were worse. If he didn't use his saber light to defend himself, his body would have been torn to pieces. The surrounding people were stunned. Lin Wudi's sword was actually so strong, they had never seen it before. They used to think that Lin Xian had a strong physique and powerful skills. But now, they were facing a formidable enemy. It seemed that they had to find a way to defend against Lin Xian's sword qi. I won't lose. My only opponent is Fu Hongye. Desolate 13 roared. Terrifying runes appeared on his body as he soared into the sky. They formed one terrifying vortex after another, sucking away all of the sword qi. He formed a seal with his palm and slapped it over. Everywhere it passed, everything withered, as if it had turned into desolation. The great desolation scripture. Someone cried out in alarm, and the expressions of the others also changed. This was the ultimate skill of the great desolation mansion. Now that it was being executed, it was truly incomparably torrential. Huang Shi-san was too strong. Yes, he had the capital to laugh at everything. I feel that he is a very powerful enemy on the path to becoming a great emperor. Hearing this, everyone nodded. Indeed, if one wanted to walk the path of the great emperor, then it would no longer be a competition between those of the same generation. Instead, one would have to contend with countless experts from all over the universe. He even had to compete with some of the top old monsters. Everyone could become a great emperor. No one would know until the very last moment. The strength that Huang Shi-san had displayed had left them in despair. Kill! Huang Shi-san roared and charged towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian also displayed various divine abilities. The great dragon's sword soul manifested all things, causing the entire world to shatter. In an instant, a great battle broke out. Everyone was shocked. This Lin Wudi was too much of a freak. Yes, he could actually contend against the great desolation scripture. What was he cultivating? He had just entered the holy city. Could it be that he had already mastered a peerless divine ability before entering the holy city? These people were all stunned. Some people stared at Lin Xian with fiery gazes. Lin Xian must have some heaven-shaking secrets on him. Not only that, Lin Xian soared into the sky and stood above the 9 heavens. His body shone brightly, and endless sword qi crackled around him. As it swam around him, his aura became even more powerful. Lin Xian then charged down from the 9 heavens. He took to the air like an eagle and turned into countless streaks of dragon-shaped sword aura, piercing through the void below. Each of the sword qi was too cold. It was like a peerless divine sword, burning and glowing. Boom! 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 Huang Shi-san was annihilated once again. When the sword qi disappeared, the radiance on Huang Shi-san's body dimmed. Cracks appeared on his body. Kid, it's really surprising that you could force me to this extent. Huang Shi-san was incomparably ferocious. I admit that you're strong. You're definitely among the younger generation. How could Baron 13 say something like that? Did he recognize Lin Wudi's strength? The surrounding people were stunned. Jean Patian was dumbfounded. This was an unparalleled honor. Lei Xinqing and the people of Demon City gritted their teeth. They were envious of Huang Shi-san. You can be proud of yourself for being able to fight with my clone to this extent. However, it's impossible for you to defeat me unless your senior brother is here. Even if Fu Hong is here, she might not be able to defeat me. Also, don't think that you're the best among your peers. The chief disciple of my great desolate mansion will be born soon. At that time, he will take your head on behalf of me. Is the peerless genius of the great desolate mansion going to be born? The great desolate talisman and the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Is it similar to the battle between Huang Shi-san and Fu Hongye 500 years ago? Everyone was excited. If that's the case, they're looking forward to it. Who would be the chief disciple of these two sects soar to the sky this time? While everyone was still in a daze, Huang Shi-san turned around and walked towards the main hall. It seemed like he didn't want to fight with Lin Xian anymore. Lin Xian sneered. Are you trying to push me away? Are you trying to run away without a fight? Do you think you can stand and leave as you wish? Do you think you're the one who calls the shots in this world? Since we're going to fight, let's fight to the end. Damn, Lin Wuti is still not letting go. He's too arrogant. He's going overboard. Some people sneered. Even the experts of the Sky Demon Palace shook their heads. They thought that Lin Xian shouldn't try to fight again. Sure enough, Huang Shi-san suddenly turned around. His eyes were glowing with a terrifying light. Brat, do you want to die? I don't want to fight now because I think you're a good opponent. I'll leave you to the chief disciple of the great desolate mansion. Could it be that you want to be killed right now? Do you think you can kill me? With your personality, you won't hesitate to kill me. Lin Xian sneered. You forced me to kneel down and kowtow to you. You even wanted to kill me. Now, you're leaving in the middle of the fight. What's the meaning of this? Why don't you kneel down and kowtow to me too? Or I'll kill your clone. Otherwise, I'll fight you to the death. Lin Xian's words were too shocking. The surrounding people wanted to kneel down. Who would dare to treat Huang Shi-san like this? Indeed, it was an unfair fight. Huang Shi-san was looking down on everyone. The crowd didn't think much of it because Huang Shi-san was too strong. However, Lin Xian was still unconvinced. Chapter 38-23. Huang Shi-san was infuriated. You're courting death. He roared angrily and used the great desolation scripture again. At the same time, a cold snort was heard from the main hall. Then a ray of light flew out. It turned into a weapon and was held in his hand. The Baron's sky halberd. Huang Shi-san was really angry. Obviously, his real body had given him a weapon. The Baron's sky halberd was a terrifying, sacred weapon from the first prince's residence. It was given to Huang Shi-san. Did he finally use it? It seemed like the Baron's sky halberd wanted to end the battle immediately. Buzz! The Baron's sky halberd shook and the void shattered. A terrifying, murderous aura swept across the 9 heavens. At that moment, the faces of the geniuses changed. Even the elders of the heavenly demon palace looked solemn. It was a terrifying weapon that was famous in the second astral boundary. It had been stained with the blood of countless experts. Was it going to be stained with Lin Wuti's blood again? Die! With a roar, the Baron's sky halberd turned into a torrent and slashed down, trying to split Lin Xian in half. Oh no, Lin Wuti was in danger. They might be split in half or even killed. Everyone exclaimed. The dark, red, godly dragon and the northern godly demon were also nervous because the threat this weapon posed to them was too great. Buzz! Lin Xian roared and wrapped his arms around the Baron's sky halberd. The Baron's sky halberd floated in his arms. No way! Lin Xian caught it with his hands. Was he going to take the sacred weapon with his bare hands? Moreover, it was a peerless weapon like the Baron's sky halberd. Everyone was stunned. Huang Shi-san was also stunned. How could his opponent block his attack? Was this a joke? Go to hell! He exerted force on the Baron's sky halberd and swung it down mercilessly. It was as if a peerless beast had come back to life. The aura it exuded sent chills down everyone's spines. Lin Xian waved his arm and used stellar transposition to send the Baron's sky halberd flying. At the same time, he quickly retreated. The reason for that was because the baleful aura on the desolate sky halberd had split open, shattering a part of the void into nothingness and dodging the attack. At the same time, the sword erupted with an incomparable aura. The sound of the collision was intense in the void. It's useless. You can't block my desolate sky painted halberd. Desolate Shursan's cold voice rang out. The two of them had already exchanged over 100 moves, causing the heavens and earth to shatter. The barren sky halberd was not affected at all, and the unparalleled sword was also blooming with a biting cold light. Lin Xian sneered. Who said I was going to deal with barren heaven painted halberd? I just need to kill this clone of yours. Upon saying this, the unrivaled sword emitted a piercing sound. Dazzling sword chi exploded, transforming into 48,000 streaks of sword light. Get lost. Huang Shursan roared. His barren sky halberd turned into a windmill and blocked most of the sword lights. It's useless. With this sacred artifact, even a clone of mine can kill all of you. At this moment, Huang Shursan was full of confidence. Is that so? Lin Xian sneered. Suddenly, he activated the stellar transposition, a secret technique of the unparalleled secret technique. Its power increased by 5 times in an instant. The stellar transposition could divert all energy. At this moment, he used all of his energy on the barren sky painted halberd. The barren sky painted halberd trembled violently and turned around, cutting half of the clone's body. Huang Shursan was scared out of his wits. He could not understand why his weapon would attack him. In a hurry, he could only dodge. However, one of his arms was still cut off. Huang Shursan was injured. That's impossible. How did he do it? Everyone was shocked. Huang Shursan's eyes were filled with killing intent. How dare you use such a despicable method? He was too shocked. Humph! Lin Xian sneered. This is a peerless superpower. You just don't understand it. As he spoke, the sword light in his hand became sharper. At the same time, he activated his eye technique and continuously attacked the clone's soul. The clone was already injured. Now that one of his arms was cut off, it could be said that his vitality was greatly damaged. The light on the clone was already very dim. It would not be long before it disappeared. The experts of the demonic palace were shocked and secretly watched. The 4 protectors were also shocked. This was not an ordinary clone. This was definitely Huang Shursan's clone that he had cultivated for hundreds of years. If the clone was killed, it would have a huge impact on the mountain. It might even hurt Huang Shursan's body. Moreover, the hundreds of years of cultivation would be wasted. They wondered if this kid could do it. Prepare to attack. Huang Shursan might go crazy. We must stop him. We don't have to do it. Let the other elders do it. The 4 protectors discussed in a low voice. Although Huang Shursan was strong, they did not think much of him. After all, these people were old monsters who had lived for thousands of years. They could be said to be living fossils. Sure enough, the 4 living fossils were right. Huang Shursan's clone became weaker and weaker. In the end, it was cut by Lin Xian's sword twice. 2 sword wounds appeared on its body. It was almost cut in half. The surrounding people were all shocked. They didn't expect such an outcome. Initially, they thought that Lin Xian would be defeated after the desolate heaven halberd appeared. There was even a possibility that he would be killed. Who would have thought that Lin Xian would become stronger as the battle went on? He did not manage to hurt Huang Shursan earlier, but instead he attacked at the last moment. This caused Huang Shursan to be severely injured. Boom! Lin Xian seized the opportunity and used stellar transposition to change the direction of the desolate heaven halberd. At the same time, he struck out his sword. The unparalleled sword flew out and clashed with the desolate heaven halberd. I will not lose. Aunt, die for me, Huang Shursan roared. However, Lin Xian was way too domineering at this moment. Every single move he made was akin to a true dragon. In the end, he actually managed to smash Huang Shursan into pieces with a single punch. Arg! Huang Shursan's clone roared crazily, trying to heal himself. However, Lin Xian's punches rained down on it like raindrops. It turned into 1,000 dragons picture and flew towards Huang Shersan's clone, smashing it into pieces. Damn it! How dare you! You're courting death. The person in the palace could not hold it in any longer. He roared, causing the 9 heavens and 10 lands to tremble. Countless cracks appeared on the 1,000 dragons picture, and it exploded. Lin Xian was sent flying by the force of the explosion. He summoned the dragon-patterned cauldron in front of him to block the shock wave. Many of the surrounding geniuses were vomiting blood. Their faces were filled with fear. Oh no! Huang Shersan's real body must have made a move. Sure enough, they saw a figure walking out of the palace. With a single step, he appeared in front of them and shattered the 1,000 dragons picture. It was a tall and sturdy man. He looked exactly the same as Huang Shersan's clone, but his aura was even more terrifying. It was definitely the aura of a small saint. Like a demonic god, he stood in the void and glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian felt that his qi and blood were about to freeze. It was not a good feeling. You're tuning in to the Thunder Spear YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.